I'm live. Absolutely no one is expecting us to go this live. So I don't expect a lot of people to be here for quite some time. However, the goal this morning was to do a 3 hour live. So I'm starting out right now, my 3 hour live. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up. Shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town, long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the school bus drivers. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to the AC technicians out there. Shout out to whatever your job description is. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. May I laugh already? It's the freaking weekend, baby. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Listen up. Oh, wow. I swear, I thought nobody was going to be here because we were too early, but we're still going to do it anyways. Let me shout out the people that are here because it's really early. Angel D, first one in. Thank you for being here. Big up yourself. Mr. Article Don, thank you for being here. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr is in the building. Prillis 123 is in the building. 5Field 63 is in the building this morning. Good morning, SouFLo and everyone else on this platform, all the way from England. Big up yourself, family. Big up my UK family. Kai Tai Jai Empress is in the building. Bright and early. Jet Shelley is in the building. Bright and early this morning. British Jamaican girl is here. Angel D. King Biggs. Morning fam. And Sharon Spence is in the building this morning. Early roll call this morning. Listen, I wanted to wear my tender ears, people. Don't be offended. I wanted to wear my Bumbleclaw t-shirt this morning. You know the t-shirt I have that says Bumbleclaw on it, and then it says, "Don't be scared, I'm just expressing myself." I wanted to wear that shirt this morning because it's going to be kind of a Bumbleclaw-ish kind of morning. Given some information that I unearthed, dug up. We'll get into that. You see that smile on my face already is because I've tried to work it out in my brain. How me I don't want. I'm not in the business of mashing up people's life, you know, and I'm not in the business of exposing people to the point where they get damaged permanently. But I do believe in truth. Yes. So yesterday, a big part of the live yesterday went to a lady who called in and was telling us about a Dr. Jermain Gordon. And the person said that, yes, man, SouFLo, I'm going to look it up. Remember? She was talking about how he was exposing certain people and saying certain things about people in positions of power, like uh, Minister of Finance, Dr. Nigel. Um, just a bag of stuff. So I went and did my own research, and I went and did some. I told y'all I was gonna do my own research. I don't really like regurgitating what people told me. I'm the kind of person I'll listen, but then I want to see it for myself too and do my own research and come up with proper information for myself. So I did just that. All right, so why? Okay, so this morning, that's on the table, and I think that's where we're going to start out first. New Airbnb laws that hit New York recently. When I covered that about a few days or a week ago, I told you, right, about the new Airbnb laws in New York, how they basically wiped out Airbnb in New York because the host has to stay with you if you rent their apartment, and there's a bag of different things. They can't keep a family anymore. Just a bunch of different something. But I told you, I said it's coming to Jamaica, and if it comes to Jamaica, it's going to be damaging for a lot of people who, depend on it for them little extra bread and butter or whatever, an extra stream of income. Then I also said that if Airbnb in Jamaica replicate Airbnb in New York under these new conditions, I will not be Airbnb supporter anymore. I travel with my family, and I normally get houses I don't want to see no stranger in the house with me. You know, people are asking, well, how come SouFlo? How will they know if the host is there or not? Well, fast forward to me saying all that to you. Headline news in Jamaica is new Airbnb regulations are on the way. Mhm. So I knew it was coming, and everything foreign doing up. But then again, Airbnb is an international entity, so and it's something like a franchise. So anywhere rules change one place, it's gonna change all across the board everywhere. But that's how I knew, and I said, yeah, it's coming. And we're gonna go through the Airbnb details of what's coming to Jamaica, what's gonna change, because there are a lot of people that tune in here that travel back and forth like I do, and they do use Airbnb heavily, like I do. I have a bunch of stuff on here. Some of it is just not nonsensical, but more fill in the blanks, the gaps, entertainment. We're gonna mix it up this morning. It's a bit of entertainment, a bit of drama, a bit of facts, a bit of some of everything. That's where we at with it this morning. All right. Mm. Let's start out with this one. Let's start out with the Dr. Jermain Gordon. Let me put on my glasses. I don't wear glasses. First disclaimer of the day. I don't wear glasses. Some of you heard it before. I wear these to block these lights, the box lights that I have in here, because my eyes are very sensitive to these big old bright lights. But me have to use the light them so you can see me good, right? So I'm put on these blockers to block these lights. Anyhow, did any of you go and listen to any of the interviews or any of the radio pieces by Dr. Jermain Gordon? Did anybody take the time to go do it, or everybody did too busy? Because I did. I took the time. I was just finishing up listening to it this morning before we start this. What I learned from this is this, and I'm going to use a whole lot of alleged, because a lot of what Dr. Jermain spoke of was you need to use alleged. You need to use alleged because a lot of it is accusations. And I can't leave myself liable by going out there and just run with what him said. I act like it's facts. I did listen to the interview with um, Nigel Clarke, who is our finance minister, and he had Nigel under manners. Yes, he had him under strict manners for real. To the point where I was wondering, why would someone in such prominent position of power yield to somebody like a Dr. Jermain Gordon? So I have to go look up who Dr. Jermain Gordon is, because you don't get people like that to yes sir, and I apologize if I hurt your feelings, and you're apologizing and you're yes sir and you're um me did have to go look up a who, especially at the point where he said what he said that started to have the man start to call names, right? And when he started to call names, you can feel and hear the whole change in in Nigel's voice. You could hear the whole change in his voice and his tone and the way he started to speak to him. You know, like when somebody catch you doing something, or when somebody have secrets for you, or somebody can expose you in a manner that could damage you, and you're like, you know what? It's best for me to chill. Can't talk to that person. You're too hard. That kind of stuff. That's the vibe I got from it. I'm walking y'all into this. I did my little footnote because I'm a person that write a lot. So I write out what me I talk about to make sure say I remember these things or stay somewhat on track. So here we go. Dr. Jermain Gordon, he's the CEO of OBC Radio. That's the name of his radio station. And he is on, I see the videos on Facebook, I see on YouTube, and I'm guessing, and he said something about the app. So he has an app that you can download and use the app and be on his radio station all day if you feel like it. Right. Exposing corruption is what he says he's doing, right? Walk with me through my jumble up notes. I'll make sense of it for you. Exposing corruption. Who put out the hit and who was not elected to their position? There was a part where he was talking about somebody who put out a hit on a 19-year-old and also murdered a eyewitness. and this person was also awarded with a multi-million-dollar contract to train JUTC bus drivers. I wonder who. I'm wondering is who. These things we have to be careful, because if we come out here and say John Doe put out a hit on somebody and a 19-year-old murdered the eyewitness also in the same case and is a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, a caretaker under Andrew Holness is who he was described as. If we do that and we just left it there, so we could be held liable. So we have to be very careful how we regurgitate what people say to us, right? All right. None of this, what I'm saying, I came up with. I'm talking about listening to a man who was referred to us by a caller yesterday, Dr. Jermain Gordon. All right. Exposing corruption. I don't know who this person is, the caretaker who put out the hit and on a 19-year-old, and everybody knows about it, in position of power, and then ended up killing an eyewitness as well. He basically spoke about Jamaican leaders and their gangsters that they have, hitmen, if you will, and how they send them after you, and basically saying that they're all corrupted and them dirty, right? That's his accusations that he's putting out there. Where I drew interest, this is gonna get deep, and this is gonna take a crazy friggin' left turn. You have to walk. Y'all know how I do my thing already, right? Who's listening when I really come here all the time? You have to just walk with this. This is a storm building. One of the parts that got me, since he's up there speaking truth, he said that Jamaica imports $25 million worth of chicken back and chicken neck every year. You know, now I'm saying to myself that is starving out our poultry farmers in Jamaica. Why would we be imported 25 million US dollars worth of chicken back and chicken neck every year? If you listen to him talk, he went down into it's not just chicken back and chicken neck, it's all the other parts that Americans don't eat, don't like the gizzard and chicken liver and the foot them and these things. Those are being imported from the US into Jamaica at $25 million worth per year. So right there, I said pause. Let me, because we've heard this before, Jamaica import chicken back, and then politicians did come out and say it's nothing like that, right? And it's a small amount or whatever. Okay. I'm going to look around a little bit because I wanted to see if anything was said by official people concerning this. And lo and behold, published April 1st of 2022, chicken back importers call for fairer regime. And it was in this article, local importers are calling on the Agricultural Ministry to increase transparency in the importation of chicken back and chicken neck. CJ's Export, Import and Manufacturing Company Limited is a Westmoreland-based family business that has not sold chicken back in Jamaica for more than 5 years. Apparently, Jamaican people ain't paying Jamaicans for them chicken back because what's being imported is undercutting the price of local Jamaicans who grow chicken. So the foreign chicken back is cheap. So we haven't sold chicken back in 5 years and more. We were on the list of importers for a number of years, and all of a sudden we got cut off. I made contact with the Ministry of Agriculture on several occasions, but to no avail, said the manager, Kevin James. He told the Jamaica Gleaner that he continued to make applications all year, all of which were left with a pending status. The Integrity Commission had criticized the ministry for giving preferential treatment to applicants on the basis of their prior importation history and suggested that the probity of the award process was compromised and hindered competition. In a December 2020 report, the Commission recommended that the ministry stop the issuance of import permits under current arrangements. Stop the issuance of import permits. 2020. Jamaica imports around $25 million worth of chicken back and chicken neck each year. It's right here. This is me listening to Dr. Jermain Gordon and fact-checking some of the things that he has said. He's a person that says he is all for the betterment of Jamaica and change must come. The people are tired of certain things now. So he's exposing what he's exposing. One of the things I had to look into is this. In an advertisement earlier this week, the ministry said that for the period of April 1st to 8th, registered entities will be able to make applications under a revised regime. The thing went on and on. We're not going to get into the whole article. Chicken back is not an extremely profitable product, but it sells quickly. The competition that would have been there is significantly reduced. Then the majority of goods are being imported by a small set of importers. James said that the chicken back has been the primary income earner of his family business, and the fact that they hadn't sold any in 5 years, you could imagine what the family income now looks like. So basically starving out our farmers. And he spoke out about that. Walk with me. Shame on Jamaica, Jamaica's leaders. Shame on them, big time. I come from Clarendon. I come from a farming district. The people where I come from, they support their whole family through farming throughout my whole childhood. Build nice houses. I don't know, for those of you who've been to Clarendon, you know there's some whole heap of nice house up there. Build nice houses, raise them family, live a decent life, send their kids off to university, pay them way through, all that, or farming. So there was a point in my life where my grandfather was farming on a commercial level as well. And we used to supply grocery stores, neighborhoods, and export. We used to export yam, and we used to export sugar cane, and we used to export ginger, and we used to supply local chains with chickens. The property where I grew up on, big long chicken house. At any given time, we probably had about 500 layers on, 500 broilers on hand. Broilers are the white chicken that you end up eating, and layers, we would have about 200 to 300 layers on hand. And one of my little duties as a youth, small youth, was to pick up eggs in the morning and pick up eggs in the evening, my chore. So you're picking up about 200 eggs because all the chickens are laying on a daily basis, picking up about 200 to 300 eggs per day. We were farming on that kind of a level, right? And supplying others. So these things are very important to me because I remember my grandfather, when one of the trips I took to Jamaica, I realized that no more coffee was growing around the property. And we used to have a coffee piece, thick coffee piece, that if I walk into it, I would get lost. You couldn't find me, right? And whole heap of coffee tree. And then I realized that over the years, traveling back and forth to Jamaica, one of the years, them me reach in, and I just looked around and I said, no coffee tree. What happened? So I asked my grandfather, I said, Grandpa, what happened to the coffee? Him said, boy, them pass and spray. Some people come through and spray, says government send them and spray, and from them spray the place. No coffee no grow around here again. I said, my God, that's the first time I realized. And then the next time I went back and I realized that the cows, something did off with the cow them. I asked my grandfather, I saw cows wild, Lego cow. In a Clarendon, you never used to see Lego cow. We see Lego cow like down Westmoreland side, which I hadn't been before I started being with who I'm with now. When I Lego our cow them like that in Clarendon, people own them cow, them tie them up and tie them out and move them and these kind of things. And I asked my grandfather about the wild cows I see all over the place, and him say, boy, them start import meat from overseas. And we here, we can't compete. My grandfather was also a butcher at one point, and like I said, supplied people with meat, chicken meat, cow meat, whatever else animal we had. Pigs, we had lots of pigs. The man said the people them just Lego them cow because price dropped so much, you lost everything, and there's no more market for them to sell beef because the meat that is being imported, oxtail, this, that, and the other, is so cheap compared to the price. And if they cut their prices under that, then you might as well just have cows and have animals to supply your family with and make a little money on the side from your neighbors, but no longer the big farming, commercial type farming. So they've been starved out. These are the things that Dr. Jermain Gordon was speaking about, and it's very, very real. Yes, Mervyn the poet Jamaica Kerr. It was said our chicken have back and foot too. Yeah, remember I told you I said KFC. I never used to like KFC in Jamaica because I thought that it was being supplied with imported chicken. And I'm thinking, me not like the chicken because it have the fatty stuff under the skin. And then I started eating at KFC, but I did my research first. And when I found out that the chicken in Jamaica at the KFC in Jamaica is sourced locally, is when I was like, okay, I'll start supporting this chain because I'm then supporting the farmers, the local poultry farmers. And the chicken good. And the chicken in Jamaica is very different at KFC from the chicken here. I no longer eat KFC, haven't eaten KFC in the US in many years. I would say probably about 2016 was the last time I ate KFC in the US. Can we just stop because it's nothing like chicken in Jamaica. A whole heap of yellow fat under the skin and it look like it hasn't been cleaned up. That's not how your chicken is in Jamaica. Plus the seasoning and all that. Anyhow, for our government to think that it is okay to import 25 US dollars million worth, 25 million US dollars worth of chicken back and chicken back and chicken neck into the country. It gives you a good idea of who's running the country and what kind of interests they have in our well-being. No matter how we talk here, people jump up anywhere. Be a JLP, me a labor right till me dead. My granny a labor right, my mother is a labor right, my daddy is a labor right. Or PMP, me a PMP till me dead. People will be die-hearted regardless of whatever facts you bring to their face, right? But I want them to really think about this 25 million US dollars of chicken neck and chicken back every year. And then you say, the youth them figure farm up the place, man. Grow some chicken and sell it. How? How? They're literally stifling our livelihood. So when you see the people that must say, boy, we are trying to think but nothing now work because they're undercutting them. Oh, you want to go grow chicken? Go grow chicken. Okay, what are you gonna do with your chicken? Because we just imported $25 million worth. So we don't need your chicken. You see what I'm saying? Hurtful. Hurtful. But shout out to the administration who is standing over this deal. I don't know how somebody came to the senses that this was okay. The average Jamaican don't read anymore. So when they print it in their newspaper, it just goes right over everybody's head. And you can't call them a liar. And you can't say they were holding secrets because they can say, what are you talking about? It was printed front page of the Jamaica Gleaner. See there? June 12th, 2023. Published. This date, published. That date, published. So they're doing stuff and they're telling us what we're doing, what they're doing. Anyhow, I keep on listening to Dr. Jermain Gordon. A bombshell there, I know. He spoke about how Andrew Holness signed over the rights or Jamaican citizens' rights to the WHO, the World Health Organization. And he spoke about how it will affect Jamaica. Person in the room said, what do you mean sold over their rights, signed over their rights? What he said, okay, so you know the thing what just happened the other day, the pandemic, and you'd have to wear a mask and all that. Okay, he said, so for instance, another one of those happened, right? Jamaica and Jamaicans' government will be completely at the mercy of who they sign the rights of the people over to. So even if they themselves wanted to say, okay, we not deal with that, we're not doing that, and we're not doing that, they won't have a say. So under those conditions, if anything like that should happen again, the country is automatically going to be ran by those who they sign those rights over to. Some people name I don't like repeating, calling, because just like how you think Jamaican politicians have their goons, people in positions of power have their goons everywhere. Once you start to mention somebody's name too many times, you become a target in their crosshairs until you say something you wasn't supposed to say, or you get too far into something and open too many eyes, and then shots start coming your way. Sometimes I speak, you have to read between the lines, right? Or I say it once and I won't say it again. I don't know how true that is. I took that one as an accusation that Andrew Holness signed over the rights of the Jamaican people to the World Health Organization, and in the event of any catastrophic happenings, we will not be at our own control. Now I'm looking, I'm listening. When this man is speaking to Dr. Nigel Clarke, Minister of Finance of Jamaica, and he got to the part where he said, this is part 3, the man said, yeah, what happened just now, I just had to hang up on him. And his phone start ringing and him saying, Nigel, where you call my phone for? Where you call about my phone for? And he answers the phone and him and Nigel Clarke start speaking. When the man said, hold on. I don't think you know who you're talking to, right? I don't think you know you're talking. Let me tell you who you're talking to. Let me tell you who Dr. Jermain Gordon is. I know so-and-so, and I know so-and-so, and I'm a very good friend of so-and-so. Ask so-and-so who you think you're talking to. Dr. Nigel Clarke completely changed right there when he mentioned who he knows closely and figure ask them. It was kind of like a brag. You know which part I come from? You know, people, you know which part I come from? Yo, Matches Lane I come from, gunman place, If you say stuff like where they come from, stuff to scare you or to put you on guard, like I come from a volatile place, violence, how we deal with, beer gunman and gun in my area, and so you saying, do you know who I know? Do you know who I'm close to? Name. Drop a name, and the man whole demeanor change. Then came the whole sir, 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 yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I'm sorry. I apologize, sir, for if I hurt your feelings. I apologize for hurting your feelings. I'm like, why is he being like this to this person? I have to go look up who this person is, because people like Nigel Clarke and them people, the other politicians, prominent politicians, they don't speak to regular people like this. You can't make them bow down in front of you when you're talking to them. They speak over you. They exercise their authority. You know who I am? I'm the Minister of Finance for Jamaica. Look me up. Kind of attitude. Not in this case. In this case, he was very subservient. So I said, Then the man bust out and says something about he's been to the gay party. We have the whole lot of secret, And this is when Dr. Nigel Clarke started going. But may I say, whoa, isn't Dr. Nigel Clarke married? I have wife and picnic. Let me go look this up. I look up. I found him. He has wife and children. Dr. Nigel Clarke is very well married. He has 2 children, and he has a wife. She's not a black woman, but he has a wife. Not that she's not a black woman is important. I'm just saying the children are in the picture with them. So I won't show the picture because I don't want to show people's family, wife, and children, even though it's a picture that was published already. Me no want to put it up here when me I talk about when me I say. And plus, I'm very sensitive about this as well. These children might be, because they're of age now. So they might be like, whoa, what are they saying about dad? Hey, look, why is our picture, why is this guy holding our picture up here on his show while talking about my dad like this? Or, so I'm not going to show the picture, but y'all can go Google it and look it up and see who his family is. I'm just putting you on. All right. But when the man said, him been to the big gay party them up at Cliff Hughes house, I said, hold on a minute. Let me go look up who Cliff Hughes is, because is that the same Cliff Hughes where I talk about that I know of, that all of us Jamaican know of, Cliff Hughes? Interesting. Been to the big gay party up at Cliff Hughes. When him have the big gay party them up at Cliff Hughes house, and him know who is who, and have everybody secret, and know who come there, and know who operate on the other side of the fence kind of thing, and mix and mingle with, and don't make me bust out. Eh? Yeah, allegedly. No, but I'm saying what he said. Right. I'm repeating what he said. Me already make me disclaimer, man. Me alleged out the whole of this morning. When I'm talking now, I'm talking. If you are tuning in into the middle of when I'm speaking, it might sound like I am saying this out of myself, and I'm not. This is me telling you what I heard this man saying. I can put you up and show you him saying it. Some of you who've seen it, that was the assignment last night, to go find him and watch the videos like the caller said. I did it. So I said before from the beginning, all of this, or a lot of what was said, is accusations, and we must treat them as accusations because we cannot allow ourselves to be held liable. For those of you who are tuning in late, we said this already, we're repeating it again. This is our disclaimer. We cannot allow ourselves to be held liable for these accusations because we don't have no proof about who put the hit out on the 19-year-old and who murdered a eyewitness and then got rewarded with a contract, a multi-million-dollar contract to train JUTC bus drivers, and is also a caretaker under Andrew Holness administration and all that. All those are accusations. We have no proof of that. I'm telling you what he was saying. Let him get to the big gay parties that Cliff Hughes be having up at his house, he said. And Dr. Nigel Clarke whole tone completely changed. Go watch the video. So if a man refer to me, SouFlo, and him say, yes, I'm going to the big gay party up at John house, and I may have the whole on a secret, you know what my answer would be? You never see me up there. Ever. And I don't know why you're bringing up big gay party, because I've never been to any big gay party or small gay party for that matter. Not that I'm against anybody that's gay, it's just not my scene. So why are you bringing this up now? How does this fit into what you're saying to me or what we're talking about? This is how I would treat it. That's how anybody would treat it. Like, what y'all talk about? You just gone left field, upon me. How did that come in? No, he humbled down, like really friggin' humbled down. You have to go watch it. You have to go listen to it. No, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. At one point, to find it's like Minister of Finance can't find words. This guy is eloquently spoken. When you ever see him do a speech, he speaks without hesitation. Him not buck up when him speak, and he is very much good with the English language. So to see him there, couldn't find words. And then and I'm sorry if I hurt the feelings, and it backpedaling. I said, damn. Now, brother, I know something. Let me explain to you who I am, he said. I'm an openly gay man. Let me tell you who Dr. Jermain Gordon is. And he went on. Something said to me, this is where things, we didn't need my bomber cloth shirt for that this morning. I'm looking up who this person is, right? And no long extended lookup was needed. I went and looked up. Something said to me, look up, because I heard him in the conversation say, oh, you want to know who I am? I guess Dr. Nigel Clarke was saying, FaceTime me so I can see who I'm talking to or something like that. And he said, "Why you want to know? Why you want to see what me look like for? So you can send your goons, so you can send your people them after me." And then he mentioned, uh, he mentioned that he was in the U.S. and I'm in the U.S. So, and I know, so your reach is not that long here. Well, my wife just a talk about this too. Dr. Jermain Gordon might want to be very careful. Their reach is not that long here. If I accessed this information so quickly, you're not hard to find, my friend. And if you're not hard to find, you know, strap up like me and stay protected because, yo, all right. So this is how my mind works, right? How my mind works. When I look at somebody and they speak to me for a while, I draw some kind of energy. And my energy tells me to go left, right, straight, or reverse. I'm watching Dr. Jermain Gordon, and something said to me, and I'm gonna tell you how I came to this. Something said, because there's a person that's there with him who is a male, but the male is very effeminate and the male looks very young. Are you serious? Oh my God, what you saying? With a voice like that, like a cracking tenor, if you will. Something said to me, said, that you that look real young. Is that his son or his, what could me, Everything about him gave me a vibe to go look. Now, Dr. Jermain Gordon, I don't want you coming for me, sir. You're doing your thing as in you're exposing and all that. But when my audience start calling me and taking a good 20-minute chunk, 30-minute chunk out of my life to discuss things you've said and how they believe, something says, SouFlo, look up the sex registry and see if this man in it. You see them in Jamaica? This is why they don't want the sex registries for stuff like this. So I don't know why. I was led there. Like my granny would have said, the spirit led me there. I was led there. So I search a sex registry, boom, who pops up, right? In New York. He pops up in New York on the sex registry first. I said, wow. Marcia Walters says, I'm breaking up. Please let me know when I'm no longer breaking up. Am I breaking up? Or can you hear me clearly? Am I breaking up? Can you hear me clearly? Morning, fam. Debbie Jervis, big up yourself. Angel D, thank you for being here. Black Goddess Henry, thank you for being here. Big up yourself. I had to go out and come back in. Wanna tell me when I'm good, cause I don't want to waste. So I found him. Am I good? We clear? I found him in the New York sex registry first. Sex offenders registry. Now, the sex offenders registry, like I told y'all before, it tells you what the person did and who they did it with. Right? This is government information made public. Okay. It says the offender anal/oral sex/offender. The offender was over 18. Victim was under 15. That's what it said under his big face. Did it? Same man. I said, I heard another part of his conversation where he said he was in Florida. I'm in Florida. I go and I look him up in Florida, sex registry. And there he is in Florida sex registry. And the place where he's at in Florida sex registry, this is where they will get your address. Because in the US, they put your address if you're a registered sex offender. That way, I can look up who in my neighborhood is a sex offender. And I can look up what they did. If it says this man raped an individual that was over the age of something or an adult and something that might be like, but still I go watch a little bit. But if it says this is a predatory behavior, repeated multiple times, served time in prison for it, came out, reoffended, victims under 15, under 12, under 10, and I have your address, I'm circling your house. Not circling your house as in threatening, because I'm not here on video admitting to hunting down sex offenders and threatening them. That's not what I'm doing. I circle the block. I get the address and I go because I want to see the distance from that house to my house. I want to see what the house look like and all that, right? Because I have children. And you got to protect your children. Right. Here he is in the Florida Sex Offenders Registry, and his new address, or this address, says it was issued 3 days ago. 3 days ago. So I don't know if Dr. Jermain Gordon moved to a new address a few days ago, but every time they move, they must register. And as they register, matter of fact, every time they move, I believe they must be approved to move to where they're going first before they can move there, because there can't be any schools within a certain distance of where they live, can't be any parks where children gather within a certain distance of where they live, all that other stuff. So once they move there, they update it in the system, or they update it in the system as they're moving there. But if you don't register and you're told that you have to, then you have absconded, right? So you're running from the law. Then they're going to put out a wanted for you. And it was just 3 days ago that his address was updated. I have his whole address. I can literally drive straight to his house right now. I don't know if he knows that. So I want to tell him that while you're digging up other people's dirt, your dirt is readily accessible. Not only your dirt, because when you start dig up other people's dirt, especially powerful people, they can do things to you. What better way to find you than where you are registered to live? Right. And it's that easily accessible. I have the complete address, zip code and everything, number of the house, everything. He's right there, and his picture is there and everything in the sex offenders registry for Florida. So, back to the people who call now and say, SouFLo, him tell up some things, you see, and him say, remember, I know, this is why we do this platform the way we do it, because we stand on principle, we stand on truth, facts, but we make sure so we do it, we research so that, I don't want to go out there saying stuff and somebody is like, oh, please, did you even look at who is telling you all this? Do you know that he is a registered sex offender? He was a registered sex offender in New York, then he moved to Florida. He's a registered sex offender in Florida. Do you know what he did? Do you know? I don't want to be out in the loop like, who? Nah, he's a good guy. He's for the betterment of Jamaica, and he's this, that. Be careful. Your sex offender beef is with the law here in the US, and obviously they're handling it. You're registered, but I'm just telling you that you're not hard to find. And I'm not issuing no warning. Me don't want nobody talk about they use SouFLo. I think outside the box. They will flip this. They got to SouFLo and use him to call you out, to issue the warning and say, stop, because them know where to find you. No. If I found it, somebody else was going to find it sometime soon. Right? Right. So may I tell him, the brother say, whatever you did with your sex offender charges, that's on you and the law. But watch what you're doing, because I heard you tell Dr. Nigel Clarke that you're safe in the US because him reach not that far. And I might have you know that it is.
Hi, Precious.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm very good. I am the lady who rang you yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding, yeah, now. I need to pull you up, you know.
Come on.
You was having a great laugh, right?
Mm-hmm.
About the LA partner. What is it? You take picture with Prince Charles.
Wait there, yeah. We have too much feedback from you. We can't hear you.
Okay, let me see if this is any better. Any better?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were speaking yesterday, last,
I think wait. You have a son either speaker or Bluetooth, and you have a noise in the background.
The one for them have it. Them have it in the other room. All right. Hold on. Me tell them to turn it. But turn off the radio. There's something. Hold on the software.
All right. Wait.
It must be better now. They turn it off. Yeah?
All right. You don't have it on Bluetooth or speaker?
No, nothing. You're still hearing that scream?
You sound good. You sound good now. You sound good now.
Because I have you on speaker. Okay, let me take you off speaker and put the headset in. Good. I know it can be annoying.
We can't hear you properly. That's the thing. And we want to hear you.
Are you hearing me now? Any better?
Yes, loud and clear.
Great. Because I had you on speaker.
Didn't know that, Mr.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Bluetooth. I heard the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth or speaker.
All right, we got it corrected.
All right.
We got it corrected. Okay, yeah. After yesterday, when I spoke about LA and we were having a good laugh there, that was the time when we was having a big old laugh. That's why now, which part of me now? Figure things I'm live in England. Figure really think the LA is related to Prince Charles.
No, man.
No, you tell me no. You underestimate my intelligence.
No, that's why we was laughing, because it's a joke and we turn it into a joke. But
then you know, sister SouFLo say, I want to really believe say she in my LA related. So I trust my cousin words.
No, man. We deal with some comedy in our talk, you know, because I just saw we stay, you know, we drove here like that. So it was.
Because me say you see nothing but LA in a picture with it. You understand?
No, man.
All right then. Me not hold it.
All right, but
all right then. So back to this thing here now. Either you play picture now, yeah? Because Mr. Man, that's why I wanted you to do your journal work, because you got go deep and I appreciate what you're doing because of my curiosity, right?
Same.
Because we're not saying it's all facts, but some of the things he said, we've been hearing them around the world before, right?
Right.
Yeah, don't say around the world, our circle, right?
Right.
In terms of them back business there, right? Okay. This is a part that I thought you picked up on and you played clever. He used the word, I used the name to you yesterday, where he said, you know me as Orlando. And he make one song right there, so. Right? And now you're making me think now, you've done a good job and I appreciate it to think why he said that now. Did you remember when he said that part?
No.
There's so much to take in, but that part really got me thinking when he said, yes, it's all that. No, me as Orlando something. And he said something like that. If you go re-listen to it, and that was what got my curiosity. I wonder why he must have changed his name. So with your info, I'm now saying maybe it's a revenge thing he's coming back with now.
All right.
So that person sound like I'm going to blow the hell out of her. I want to do.
Right.
I want to know.
Right.
So that's the part now where you fill that bit in, because he did say, didn't you remember I kept using that name to you? That was the most important part. But I was so excited yesterday, and the old drama, we were discussing it because it was fresh topics, and bam, we get into you. So there was so much was going on.
Right.
But I did mention that yesterday that he said his name. You know me, you all probably know me not word for word, but that bit, I don't forget the name, and he said the name is Orlando. This is not Orlando. It's Dr. Jermain Gordon. So that was you fill me in with that part. Why would say he would be known as Orlando?
Oh, well, I didn't
Make
catch.
sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So now you went to search. Now we see why, and I think that's where you using your cleverness, your intelligence to go search who is this person.
Same.
Because that was where that part of the puzzle. And remember before I left,
You're outside. Whatever noise that is in the background, just keep getting louder. Are you outside?
No.
Okay, you're gone.
Okay. So yeah, and look how yesterday was so smooth and clear.
Yeah. But watch out.
And then
but did you know that about him though?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. It's only when you said this now, I said, you know what? I like what you said about me yesterday, but as I go, we're not going to always say the things them right or get it right. Because and I also need to clarify an error that I made. I was aware of it when I said Tufton was telling the people to vote to get the water. Is the vaccine he was telling them to take,
right?
So they can get water.
So they can get
so
water.
Let me clarify.
If you don't want water, on the take the.
Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna say back.
Right.
So yeah, that's something you really clear, because why he really said that, for what reason, on a know me as, and he called the name.
Well,
so now my assumption is on a bugger, now on a Jamaica, those type of people, especially for them, they have a vindictive streak in them, them DNA switch to vindictiveness. And I think for him to come out like that, we really need honest people to do that, because they are too much in dictation with the people, and the poor people are so frustrated and they feel hopeless. And if we have people who can genuinely come out, but no money is still going to be in it, because nobody not just going to work for nothing.
Right.
But not just want to make a name for themselves, because I did say that yesterday. We would really appreciate someone coming out and show them up, let them go. He called for, did you hear he said he want the Andrew to resign?
Yeah, but hear what I'm saying to you now, though. Listen up.
Okay.
Listen, okay? You see when here's the thing, right? You see when if you have a agenda, then a list of things that you want done, right? Unfortunately, this is how the world works. When stuff like this comes up about you, nobody wants to hear from you anymore. Let me explain to you. Like, I go to church, right? I spend my day at church, and I go 2, 3, 4 Saturdays or 4 Sundays in a row. And I'm telling everybody, yo, you should come and hear my pastor. You should hear him deliver the word of God. You should hear this man break down Bible verses and preach and this, and it connect. And somebody look at me and said, somebody look at you and said, your pastor, your pastor is a convicted rapist. You didn't know that. And I would say, stop your foolishness. You're not talking about Pastor Blair. And them say, okay, look here. You see this? And put you onto a site, a government site, that shows his face and what he did and all that. Me not go back to church, go look upon him the same. Probably won't even go back to the same church. Him can't preach to me again. You understand?
I totally understand what you're saying there.
So
that's why I said to you, we don't know if he's got an agenda.
Right.
You see what I mean?
This is why I was saying that this morning.
We have an open mind.
So what I'm saying this morning is we have to be careful of who we take information from. I have a thing that I do over here called vetting the sources. And I always vet the source before I bring the story. Because the source can be coming from somebody that is vindictive, or somebody that is known to tell lies, or somebody that,
True.
So yeah, I always vet the source. If the source is coming from someone credible, then I kind of ride with the story. But if it's not coming from someone credible,
you have a platform and you can get sued.
Right. Right. Have a lawsuit
So I
right
totally
now.
agree with you.
Right. Have a lawsuit right now. So, but hey, yeah, this woman want what was it 1 point or 1 point something million? I'll give you all the details of that as it goes into court and all that. Yeah, man. We're not gonna talk about the lawsuit right
Right.
now, but yeah. So we gotta be careful out here. But me, I
But
want my
as you said,
audience to be aware.
even though, right? All
Mm,
right, even though someone might tell me that that person, like
mm-hmm,
you use the scenario with
mm-hmm,
the pastor example,
mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean that I'm not going to listen to the person,
But
because maybe that person will say things that you can use and learn as a learning curve for the future.
yeah,
And maybe that person can really, even though the person might come in back vindictive, it could be genuine because that person really had done something vindictive to the person. So that's why I don't write off people altogether. I listen and I, assess, and then I take it from there, and I store it to say, well, if I have to deal with this person, I know what to be careful of or what to listen from this person.
true. Yeah, like my granny used to say, you can learn something from anybody.
Absolutely.
Right. So you don't lock anybody off because everybody can teach you something. Or you can learn, even the lioness man in the world tell the truth sometimes. Right?
Oh God, yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, you're
and that
absolutely
they even
right.
believe it themselves and it becomes true.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. But look into that part that I said that he said he was.
No,
so now
no,
that answers something
no.
for me, I said he must know why.
I'm gonna be honest with you. No,
Or if
me done with
just
it.
move on from there.
Yeah, me done with it. Me done with it. After
well, yeah, of course, because
yeah, because I see where I see what this could be, so I'm done with it. But I just
exactly.
want
That's what I thought.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So if someone was that person, and he come to be this person, and he's telling them that he was that person, then it must be for a reason. So somebody could have done him something really bad, could lie on him, and he just decided, okay, and he found out who it is, and then he's coming back with his source now. You see? So, but it's nice talking to you.
All right, I appreciate you though.
Yes.
All right.
LA and Prince Charles and all of them are family. And he get something from the will too.
He gets something from the will too. All right, family.
I'm coming to the will to LA. All right.
All right. Manners. Bless up.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Yeah. End of the day, this is it, right? I'm done with that. I'm done with that because I see what that could be. That's a one big body hole that I don't want to go along in. That's what it is going on over there. There's stuff over there about Andre Stevens. There's stuff over there about, we're not going a body hole, and that's one big body hole. I don't want to slide down in it. So I'm leaving these people with their stuff alone, okay? Especially figuring out who is who. She said she would have talked to him anyway. Unfortunately, I found out something that makes me not want to hear from that individual anymore. I can hear that information from somewhere else, but I don't know. You can't come tell me not to rape people and then I find out you're a convicted rapist. It's just not it's not how I do stuff. So shout out to all of them who's doing Angel D. Shout out to all of them who's doing their thing and whatever. I'm not in it. I'm not in it. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. I'm out. A little bit of update here and there. We'll get into that later on. Let's talk about the new Airbnb changes though. Because out of nowhere, Airbnb changed in New York to the point where people who run regular Airbnbs won't be, not unless you're ready to have a family of only two, can't host more than parties of two, and you must stay with them in the apartment that you are house and all that. So that was for New York. I said it was coming to Jamaica, and if them bring it come to Jamaica, I now support it because I'm not locking up in no house in a Jamaica with no stranger or no owner of no house, right? Speaking with journalists on Monday, in Montego Bay, journalists on Tuesday, Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett said that was one of the issues he had raised that day earlier with the cabinet. The development of this particular business model and also this broader layer of economic activity, like everything else, will have to get into the formal system. Because, for one, the destination assurance strategy that we are embracing has to ensure that the visitor who goes anywhere in Jamaica is safe, secured, and has a seamless experience, he said. New regulations coming for Airbnb. So we have to look at the licensing regimes that are going to have to become a renewed feature of the tourism experience. And only yesterday, I started a major discussion about the cabinet around the issue of looking at the Tourism Act and to review various areas of it. I think that we will be reviewing all the models that we are embracing now on the physical landscape, which have to reflect model. Wanna bear with me on the long talking, me break it back down for now, because these people speak in a way where the average person really either don't have time for it, or it's not broken down clearly for us. So this is Edmund Bartlett speaking. I'll tell you what I got from this speech in a minute. Here he goes. So we have to look now at the licensing regimes that are going to have to become renewed features of the tourism experience. And only yesterday, I started a major discussion with the cabinet about the issue of looking at the Tourism Act and to renew various areas of it. I think that we will be reviewing all the models we are embracing now, and the physical landscape will have to reflect the models that are in tourism. In his earlier address during the media breakfast at Jamaica Product Exchange, JPEX, the flagship event of the Jamaican Hotel and Tourist Association, Bartlett noted that 29% of Jamaica's stopover visitors have stayed at an Airbnb listed property last year. 29%. You have 100%, right? You have the tourism industry. Edmund Bartlett is the head of the tourism industry. You have the all-inclusive hotels and these other hotels and boutiques and whatever that are registered, smaller hotels that are registered, and they work with the tourism industry. You have Airbnb that is somewhat unregulated to them, like you're making income that they cannot tap into, right? Right. So I knew that this was coming. Here's the numbers. He noted that 29%, if I take away 29% of your salary, you would be vexed because it would be a big chunk of your salary. 29% of Jamaica's stopover visitors stayed at the Airbnb listed property last year. You wonder why new laws are coming. The traditional thinking that will come to a hotel, is giving way, meaning it's going away. Not by way of exclusion, but by way of further inclusion, so that our traditional accommodation will grow and continue to grow, so that our traditional accommodation will grow and continue to grow. Our traditional accommodation is hotels. You go to Jamaica, you're going to vacation anywhere. First thing you want to do, you don't know anybody in that country, is you're going to book your hotel room, right? Your stay, right? That's traditional. The way they word things, though, the traditional thinking that will come to a hotel is giving way. Not by way of exclusion, but by way of further inclusion, so that our traditional accommodation will grow and continue to grow. But we're going to be seeing new and exciting additions to that landscape, he said. The minister believes that the millions being raked in by the rapidly growing Airbnb segment of the market augurs well for the retention of the tourism dollar in Jamaica. The reality in terms of revenue is that just a little over 100 million US dollars of actual earnings went into these ordinary Jamaicans' pockets who have been part of that shared economy. All right. You think they're going to tell you that 29%? This is me and you behind the scenes, right? We in business together. We are discussed. And me come to you and me say, let me pick somebody. Me say, Vicky, big up Vicky. Vicky, listen, we business not too good enough because 29% of the people them were used to come in and come book here, them go stay over my Monday house last time. So we lose 29% of our income. No, listen to this. You know, say last year, over 100 million US, them raking. You understand? So this ain't no damn, oh, we're figuring out how to make it work for you even better. Lie to my tell. This this is the hotels complaining to him. Make no mistake about it, man. Big investors, y'all see it in Jamaica. They're popping up everywhere. All these hotels are popping up everywhere. These inclusives, these all inclusives, these this, these that, popping up everywhere. Ain't nobody gonna continue to invest if Airbnb is booming and the people are not coming to the hotels. So when they go to the top person, they will go to Edmund Bartlett. They will say, listen, you're gonna have to do something about this. Because yes, Jamaica is getting the visitors, but no, they're no longer coming to the hotels. So what can we do as Minister of Tourism? What can we do to bring this 100 million US dollars back? Or 100 million US dollar, you know? You think they don't want it? To bring this $100 million US back. Why would they print it like this for us? Over $100 million US dollars of actual earnings went into the pocket of these ordinary Jamaicans. Right, that's something I read it to you. This is Jamaica Observer. All right. That's a hefty piece of the pie to share. A hefty piece of the pie to share. And I don't think they want to give up that much. I think when Airbnb first started, they were like, the people them can't eat a little food, regulate it this way, register that and whatever. And then it boomed. And now they're like, blood fire, 100 million US in a 1 year. No, we need to get back some of that money that we have to go figure out now how to make sure that some of that money come back to us. Right. Hear him now. But that is exciting for us because what that is going to do or doing for us is it's broadening the tourism value chain and enabling more and more of Jamaican people to benefit from tourism for a larger level of retention of the tourism dollar into our economy. That's exactly how I feel too. But is he being genuine with that after all that? That made me feel good. Because like I tell y'all, I Airbnb. And I Airbnb because I'm trying to put money back into the economy. And the swiftest way to put money back into the economy is to support a local business. A Jamaican family, we have a house where them I use as a business, a Airbnb, right? Make sure say this so you stay. I don't go all inclusives, but I'm not telling people not to go all inclusives. It's an experience that I think you should go to Jamaica and have. I mean, you're there foreigner, walk out your soul case, treat yourself to, where everything is provided for you for a whole week and everything is at your beck and call for a whole week. And the weather is nice outside under the palm trees, and you swim up to the bar and order your drink, and you get drunk right there in the pool. Just make sure say in a shallow pot. If you can't swim, or well, if you can't swim because you're drunk, anything. Just go have that experience. I still tell people to go have that experience. But me as a Jamaican who resides overseas most of the year, when I go home to Jamaica, I don't want to go home to Jamaica and be around Americans that I live around all year. I love being around or, with the American influence and all that. But when I go to Jamaica, I want Jamaica. And Jamaica, for me, as a Jamaican, cannot be found inside of an all-inclusive because I know a different Jamaica. So I go Airbnb. He noted that this year has seen even more growth within the Airbnb segment. It's booming. 29% represents about 400,000 to 500,000 people. You hear the breakdown of the number? Just told you that 29% of the people who stopped over in Jamaica last year went to an Airbnb. Now they're telling you that over 100 million US dollars went gone past the big tourist chain, went right into the pockets of regular Jamaicans. Then they're telling you now that 29%, because you're baffled with the numbers, well, how much that it represents 400,000 to 500,000 people who would have come through that channel last year. 400,000 to 500,000. You think the major chains ain't missing that? Let me be honest with you, right? They have a problem. Remember me tell you so first. I've been peeping this for a long time. See, back in the day, these hotels in Jamaica, they used to be crowded. Like enough people. Cause that was the thing. When you go, you stay at one of them there and this and that. You see on that Airbnb, ever since Airbnb popped, I've noticed. Watch everybody's vlog that does a vlog about their Jamaica vacation and all that. Go on YouTube and watch all of the tourist vlog them. The big titty white girl will get 100 million views. The little dark skinned Jamaican girl will get 25 views alone. I don't know. People are like, CR, I don't know. That's just how we flex. But watch everybody that does vacation in Jamaica and film inside of these hotels. You can literally go, oh, and you will hear, oh, them empty. They're empty. I even saw one where it was 3 girls traveling by themselves, right? And they rent this one suite. And one of them said it in the video. She was like, damn, I thought I was gonna come here and see like a bunch of people I could party with. It's summertime. It's Jamaica. It's so quiet here. Ain't nobody here. I mean, the hotel's nice and all, and we have everything, but ain't nobody here. Do you think that they're not noticing that? Ain't nobody building those big, tall, high-rise building with elevator and all this balcony view to go tear them down. They're not building that to go tear them down. Oh, the business ain't working no more, so we got to demolish the building and move to something else. No, you build a big hotel. You're going to have to make it work. It's just like America's industrial prison system. Them build some big, fancy prison. They looking for criminals. Because somebody got to go in there. We didn't build all that and invest all that money for nothing. And then when you get in there, it's hard for you to get out. Between fighting for your body in there, you have to stab up a man and catch a life sentence when you only went in for a 1-year bid and all that. Find ways to keep you in because these business got to keep rolling. The Airbnbs are booming and they're taking over the traditional hotel. Dorothy T says, I can't lie. I love the all-inclusive too. All right, Dorothy, but tell me if I'm wrong though. Aren't the all-inclusives empty? For majority part, they're empty. 29% represents between 400,000 and 500,000 people who would have come through that channel last year. I'm seeing an uptick. So at a later point, I will be able to share with you what the numbers are for 2023. This is what Edmund Bartlett said. Investment in real estate, which is then used to generate rental income, has become popular in Jamaica. I've been telling you all this. I said, make sure you're buying yourself a piece of the rock. Make sure you're in. That's why I can't understand how some people talk about, oh yeah, I want to talk about Jamaica. I never have nothing good to say. I don't even listen to them people no more because I'm one of the people who constantly telling people, get you a piece of the pie. Because the old Jamaica that you know and think it's not that no more, right? But here we are talking about that. It's very viable, this piece of income. Investment in real estate, which is then used to generate rental income, has become very popular in Jamaica. You got people who are not even Jamaican that are flying down there, buying up property, then using regular Jamaicans to be the point of contact that you go. I told you one of the Airbnbs I stayed in, and that was an emergency. And I ended up staying at an Airbnb that's owned by an African woman who's not even in Jamaica. Yeah. But usually I have time to talk to the people who I'm going to stay with. But this time I didn't. And we had to just grab and go. And it was end of the year and everything booked up already. And we had to take what we could get. And this is how I ran into that. So people from all over, other parts of the world, they're going to Jamaica, they're buying up real estate and they're flipping it, using them as Airbnbs. And like M. Bartlett said, there's a whole lot of money over there. Both locals and visitors patronize these properties, especially when there are large entertainment events such as Reggae Sumfest in Montego Bay and Dream Weekend in Negril. That are when the place pack. And both locals and foreigners, Airbnb. To tell you the truth, right? I don't think the traditional hotels could compete with the Airbnb. It's two totally different experiences. Because if I'm at a hotel, an all-inclusive hotel, I don't have a stove in my room. And I have a room. I don't have a whole house. When I get a house, I have a whole house, gated community, 24 hours, walk around, drive around, security, cameras everywhere. I feel extra safe with my family, fenced in, privacy fence property, these kind of things. A hotel room can't compare to that. One of the houses I had, I walk out to the backyard and I look over and the sea. That's all I saw was the sea was right there. It was so beautiful. A hotel room, a balcony view at the beach on the 10th floor with a bunch of strangers around me can't compete with that. And the prices, because the price would be pay for that to host my whole family. I brought all the kids, me, all the kids and wife. So you have 6, 7, 8 people. Do you know how much I would have to pay to stay in one of them Airbnb that for 8 people? Not in Airbnb, in one of those all-inclusives for 8 people. And then when we there at Airbnb now, dinner time come, nobody now cook out up on vacation. But if we feel for cook, we go down on the road like regular Jamaican, go buy my chicken foot them, piece of yellow yam, piece of cocoa, go back up so go make some soup, have chicken foot soup. Today we cooking in Jamaica like, we home. And then when we don't feel like it, we just ride down the road, everybody out there with food. Get some soup from the soup man. Get a portion of jerk. Some jerk pork, some jerk chicken. The drums are smoking right out there upon the road. You lock up in an Airbnb, you're not experiencing none of that. Walk upon the road, hear music I play from different stores. See the people, how festive they are. Everybody out and hustling, right? This around any holiday time. From Peanut Man to who I sell panty and t-shirt to who is offering services for whatever like everybody hustling. It's just a vibration that I'm sorry, but all inclusive. If in my opinion, if you land in an all inclusive and you stay in an all inclusive and you never leave an all inclusive and then you left Jamaica, you went to Jamaica, but you didn't experience Jamaica. Airbnb has provided people the opportunity to experience Jamaica. When you step out of an Airbnb, I had one Airbnb one time. The neighbor came over and knocked down the grill. Cause Jamaica people nice. Yeah, man. This is my brethren and my wife house, right? But them use it as Airbnb. I'm just letting you know because they told us that somebody was coming in. So and I saw that you came in with women and children and things. So I'm just letting you know that if you guys need anything, this is the time around the Buju Banton concert. If you guys need anything, just let us know. We're right next door. I work late most of the time, but my wife and my kids will be next door. So if you just holler across, get nothing. I know Airbnb. And then he came back and said, "Hey, me and wife will go out, later to the Buju Banton concert. You know where it is?" I said, "No, me don't know how to get there." Him say, "You can roll out behind woman, but we'll leave late." Right? We do already late night thing. We'll leave late. But just drive behind with, I'm gonna lead you go up there. You're not gonna get all that from a all-inclusive. See? Live through Erica TV says stop rubbing it in. Yo, Jamaica, nice enough. Therefore, in a ball inside of myself more time when me want to go my yard. But hey, check it. The tourism industry is about to change up. They are about to change up the regulations for Airbnb in Jamaica. And I believe wholeheartedly that it's because it has impacted the traditional hotel scenery so much. It's hurting their pockets. Raw and truth. Investment in real estate has been used to generate rental income, popular in Jamaica now. Both locals and foreigners patronize these, especially when there are large entertainment events such as Reggae Some Fest in Montego Bay, Dream Weekend in the Grill, etc. Last March, Bartlett pointed out that an Airbnb can be found in every parish. This him talking, right? He's like, yes, they're everywhere now. An Airbnb can be found in every parish. This and that's another thing. A hotel can't be found everywhere. An Airbnb could be found everywhere. Everywhere. You want to go up in the mountains? You want to go off the beaten track? You want to go into the hills? You want to go experience the rustic part of Jamaica? You want to hear Rasta beat them drum and see the smoke come up out of the hill Nyabingi early in the morning? You want to really experience Airbnb. Airbnb. No hotels are in these places. What may I tell you about? In the hills of Clarendon, no hotels are there. Yes, they're going to regulate it soon. This is what they just put on the front page. That's what I'm telling you. I told you last week when they did it in New York, I said, watch and see if it now come to Jamaica next. And if them do what they did in New York with it, unfortunately, I'm not going to be supporting it. Ross Moko, great goodies. Yeah, people like that. Usually, a little old Rasta boy, dirty foot Rasta boy, them farm. That's what them do. And then your income is limited when you do certain things. Because, skill to have other things, whatever. But now, Rasta man in the hills can buy a car and drive around. Own car. Can own multiple vehicles. Have people flying in just for him. And he give them his own ambience. When you go up a Rasmuka, you know it's the herbs there. If you want the herbs, you go into an all-inclusive, your paro. You don't know who fi ask for herb. If you burn herb. It's just a different vibe. It's a different vibe. It allowed people who couldn't access certain things to have full access to those things. Including, like I told y'all before, my brethren that has his place in close to Mona campus, his condo, his revolving door, and sometimes you change the price. One time it could be $150 per person. Next time you look, it's $200 per person per night. And him list it just like that. And 4 hours going there, $200 per person per night, because around Christmas time and him price up. And it's 4 of us in there and we just passing through. This is a Jamaican living in Jamaica that owns a condo and is flipping money like this. 4 of us in there, $200 per night, US dollars per night per person. He just made $800 in one night of us staying there. We need to stay there for 3 days before we move out to the country. So 800 times 3. There you have it. 2,400 US dollars in 3 days. That one place. And as you are come out, people are coming up the steps to come in, and the cleaning lady is right behind you. You think they weren't paying attention to that? And you know how we stay already one time, money good for we. You can't talk to me any kind of way in the youth cause me no beg people nothing. That's right. No, nobody no bossier than a Jamaican when time them self-sufficient, you know. Nobody bossier than a Jamaican when time money I run for them, you know. You can't call me down now, you know. You can't talk to me anyway. Yo, you have to lower your tone and talk to me with manners, you know. Oh, $2,400 in 3 nights. And I do this regularly. So you know what my income look like. All right. Big up Eat Good TV. For those of y'all who still rocking with Eat Good TV, for those of you who are not, go over there and check out Eat Good TV. Miss Margaret always have something going on over there. Sometimes she wows the daylights out of me about how she does certain things with food. But go over there and check it out. Authentic Jamaican. See? But yeah, somebody was sitting down studying this all along. And I said, Jesus, you know, when jealous people are watch somebody, Jesus Christ, in car, nice, see? And then them get rid of that car, then come in with a newer one. Oh God, my head hurt me. It's like, but you could do the same. Oh, you can't. You can't. The hotels can't do what the Airbnbs do, so they can't capture that money. And they're trying to figure out how to regulate it so that them get a bigger piece of the income. But they're gonna have to squeeze the people. This has added to our tourism offerings, where there is now something for everybody. Every day, Airbnb hosts offer unique stays and experiences that make it possible for guests to connect with communities in a more authentic way. Absolutely. It thrills us to hear some of those stories from our Jamaican hosts, many of who will readily tell you that they had no idea it was this easy to be part of the tourism sector, is what the minister said. JPEX, which began on Monday, ends Wednesday with a closing event at Sandals in Montego Bay. Me not lie, if I was Minister of Tourism, I would be very worried. But they have a plan. And the plan is new regulations are coming. So what we'll do from here on out is we will keep an eye on those new regulations that come out in Jamaica concerning Airbnb, and we will revisit that once they happen. I'm going to make a prediction. The prediction is that it won't be that easy to access it anymore. The prediction is that they will follow the model that New York just gave out. And when they do that, it will lead almost everybody back to the hotels. Because that's what was happening in New York as well. Those big old hotels were going empty because people were preferring Airbnbs. What are we going to do with the big hotel? We can't just turn it. It's not like a small building where you can say, okay, let's turn this into a restaurant. All right, let's turn this into a garage. It's a big old hotel. What are you going to turn that into? You can't turn it into an apartment building in the middle of the city. You have to keep the hotel a hotel. And we used to generate a lot of cash until Airbnb came. So we got to do something about Airbnb, else we're not going to survive. That's the talk behind the scenes. So look and see what's going to happen in Jamaica next with Airbnb. Can't say I never did that one, you. Can't say I didn't tell you first. We'll see. Off of that topic now. Couple of things, couple of reminders are here. Philip Paulwell's child and baby mother have been missing for a week now. I feel bad for that little picnic there. A 10-month-old baby girl and her mom, who are linked to Philip Paulwell, prominent politician, have gone missing. And they've been missing for a week now. $500,000 reward out for them if you can help to find them. Stephanie Williams, otherwise known as Medic, She was also a dancehall entertainer. She's been missing now since August 24th. Today is September 15th. A week shy of a month, she's been missing. There's a $1 million prize, dollars prize out. I shouldn't say prize, but it's what it is. There's a $1 million reward out for anybody who can help them to locate her. Both situations are looking grim. She disappeared off the face of the earth. And I fear that this woman and her child might have disappeared off the face of the earth, if you know what I mean, too. Somebody handled this. Feel bad for them, but I saw it go. I'm hoping they show up, though. You know? We discussed this week earlier. You know, Philip Paulwell, prominent politician, he's 61. His side chick, baby mama, is 27. The baby is young, 10 months old. That means Papa's still a fire. He's still doing his thing. Philip Paulwell came out and said, yes, no DNA test has been done yet, but he does believe that the child is his. But we'll know once it's confirmed with a DNA test. His partner, I'm gathering they're not married. I don't know, but they are item. Him have a woman. She came out and said, don't call my name in this. Don't mix me. I have nothing to do with me. Matter of fact, lawsuits will be flying all over the place if we don't continue. So nobody is talking about this little 10-month-old girl and her mother who are connected to a prominent politician who has a woman he's been with for years, who is also somebody of prominence, who just found out, according to her words, she just found out about this woman with the side baby. It's like she found out when we found out. Right. People started saying that's funny because she did fine before. But as soon as you find out about her, she goes missing. The lady already issued her disclaimer, her message, saying that their other child, who is 8 years old, a little girl, I think, had been getting pornographic material sent to her electronic device, which they turned over to authorities. And they've been getting threats, which they're working with the authorities, including the three-letter people them that start with a F and end with a I. Throw the bean, amigo. So I don't know. But nobody is talking about them anymore. And I find that strange because it's only been a week. It's only been a week. So nobody is talking about a missing 10-month-old and her mom. I was expecting the news media in Jamaica to be like, okay, this is day 4. All right, this is day 5. All hands on decks. Okay, this is day 6. You know, let's go. We got to look for them. We got to find them. Somebody did like this. Pick up the rug. Moving right along. The thing turned 2-day news and done. So their family must be very worried for them. Wifey was pointing it out to me. She said even her cousin, who was very vocal online, has gone quiet. Nobody has anything to say anymore. Well, it is what it is. Another update for you. Noel Maitland's team will attempt, because, just like how they've forgotten about this 10-month-old and her mom already, is the same way they'll draw out the Donnelly Donaldson something. So till one morning, me wake up and say Donnelly Donaldson, and all of you will look at me like, who? Oh, the long time case that, oh, what the hell happened to that SouFlo? That's how they'll draw it up. So I keep on giving you updates. We do this to keep them fresh in our minds so that we don't forget about them. And we call their names often so that they know that we haven't forgotten about them. Noel Maitland's team will attempt to get bail for him on September 20th. Today is September 15th. So 5 days from now, his team will attempt to get bail for him in the Donnelly Donaldson missing case. His plea and case management hearing was postponed until November 1st. Just to let you know what's going on, because people ask from time to time, SouFlo, what's going on with the Donnelly Donaldson case? You hear nothing new? This is what it is. So in 5 days from now, Noel Maitland and his team will go for bail. Will he get bail? I don't know. I've seen Jamaica give bail to some people who you thought there's no way that person that could have get bail. And they gave them bail. So Noel could very well get bail. Given all the evidence that they found, though, I would be very shocked if he gets bail. Because you can't just walk away from that. Remember the video from the neighbor? The one he tried to get to erase all the footage? Where he said, me a police, me about to burn a little split, and if my superiors them see me, a burn ganja is not a good look for my career. Erase the footage from me, man. And the man said that heightened his senses even more. Why this man not tell me about erase footage about liquor spliff? And then he found out the next day, the news went everywhere. Donnelly Donaldson missing, is his girl, all that. Him say, oh, and that's why I want me to erase it. Let me go rewind them footage and look and see what me see. And he rewound the footage and looked and saw Donnelly going into the apartment. There is video footage of her going in. There is none of her coming out. So unless she went in there and poof, evaporated, that's some damning evidence. This is not allegedly, this is what they have. Allegedly. Call me on them, right? No, Jamaica run them probably they talk about, yes, and we have this evidence and that evidence, and then when them show up to court, well, we don't know where the evidence turned, it disappeared. And left me over here talk about they have this evidence and that evidence. So yeah, allegedly. Because you know how they get down. Donnelly's mom said her heart broke when she saw him. That's a walk through. That's a smile. Walk Squatty talking to his fellow law enforcement friends. Walk Squatty, everything good? All right, good. Like not a care in the world as to why he was there. That was her account. If he don't get bail, that man can be easily go missing. That too. If the judge see him as a flight risk. They got ways around that though. This is what you pay good attorneys for. Because a good attorney can say, listen, Your Honor, my client is not going to run. My client just needs to be put in a position where he can fight this ghastly accusation because he's still maintaining his innocence from outside of a prison. If you put him in a jail cell, he's going to be thoroughly limited as to how much he can do towards his own defense. It's up to, they can make deals. Your attorney can say, we'll surrender all travel documents, Your Honor, We'll even submit ourselves to electronic monitoring, etc., etc., home confinement, all that. And them have to sell it to the judge and make the judge buy it. So the judge can look and say, well, if I'm gonna sell it, if I'm gonna give up all them documents, him can't go nowhere. And then him surrender to electronic monitoring and him want home confinement. That means him can't go nowhere else. Yeah, man, that can work, man. And bail is granted. Bail is granted. But in a Fim case, though, the bloody couch, the blood splatter in multiple places in his apartment, which has now been tested and came back matching Donnelly's, saying it's her blood. Allegedly. And he's a law enforcement officer. And he has links within the entertainment industry. So the judge could probably also look at this and say, even if we take away your travel papers, you can be on a dark boat in at 3 a.m. in the morning, like how they got the Haitians up out of there with nobody realizing. We can see you doing that too. Next thing you went from Haiti to Dominican Republic, then you're in Miami or whichever, and you're gone. So I see you as a flight risk. I don't want you to go. You have to remain put. But like I said, this is Jamaica. And we've seen who get bail already in Jamaica. It's like almost everybody get bail. The camera, Missy Brown, absolutely. The judge could also say that. Nah, because you are a law enforcement official that is well connected. So we let you out and witnesses start disappearing. You can impact the case, or you can go out there and intimidate people. A lot of cases in Jamaica are thrown out because the witness disappeared or were intimidated, and by the time the law goes to them, okay, we're ready for go court now, come now. They're like, no, me not have nothing to say to you. I don't want to talk. So you tell me, say that your statement that you gave us, you don't want to come stand on it. So, what statement? No, sir, you coerce me and force me. Me tell you on day one, me never did want to say nothing. And they got to throw out the case. 4 gunmen show up on your veranda late at night. Or shoot up the house one time. Or grab one of your family member them. I no longer want to testify. Right? And that happens a lot in Jamaica. A lot. I've seen man accused of murder with evidence there, get bail, come out, all the witnesses disappear. By the time court come, case thrown out because there's nobody to show up to corroborate any evidence, any kind of story, no nothing. And they walk. King Big say, except Mavado's son. Except Mavado's son on Vibes Cartel and his charges. Yeah. But most people get bail. No matter how gruesome the crime is, apparently. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. How you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. I have a question. Is Jamaica the only island that's just one big cemetery, or the rest of them stay like this?
Oh God, man. I think is my Trinity people keep saying we just as bad as Jamaica, but I've looked it up. They aren't.
Mm.
They aren't. We are the one. It's just us.
Okay.
All the other islands, and I think you know this too, because you're very brilliant. All the other islands are relatively safe.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing, but I'm just wondering if there's a pattern anywhere, or we are just the star of the show.
Yeah, it's just us. Just us. Yep. Funny you should ask that, because I was so jealous watching a video the other day. I forgot what island is it Grenada? I think they went and visited, and they were vlogging in Grenada, and the way how they were walking around at nighttime, just out there by themselves, you know. And the whole time I was watching it, I was saying, wow, that island is beautiful. But also, I couldn't ignore the fact that how safe they felt, you know, drink and wander off into the night and outer road late at night by themselves, walk, go where they want to go and all that. I'm like, yeah, you can't do that in Jamaica, though. I wouldn't advise it.
Right. You know, it's sad. Because what folks don't realize is that everyone is going to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is going to pay,
Mm-hmm.
Including those who think that they are eating at the top of the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to write about how Jamaica is a failed state. Which island was it? Was it Turks and Caicos? One of them, the one that Lisa Ray had married a man, and then they mismanaged the island, and the island became a colony again.
I think it was. I think it was Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, but all the other islands are pretty safe.
They're pretty safe.
Pretty safe. Yep. Boy, I don't know, but
it's like seeing somebody you love choosing to commit suicide. I just feel like there's just nothing we can do. You know what I mean? Because even our people themselves, it's not just the government. Minds are just as seared.
It's the mindset, right?
Yeah, it's just
to a large level.
You can do but watch from afar.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the government can do more in certain places, certain instances, but with them not doing anything, the mindset of the people too is like, well, we'll just accept what it is as it is, and we'll continue this way. Down a very destructive path, I might add, but yeah.
And others will come and benefit.
Somebody is benefiting, just not us.
The people who fought slavery and then came back and chose slavery a few generations later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said it before, and if anyone is of interest, if you have any family land in there, go and get it rectified. Because you will be outside of it picketing, talking about this is my great-grandfather land with some Chinaman sign on it, private property. If you have any interest left on the island, go and get your family land rectified. If it's something you want to hold on to just to see what happened in the future.
Good advice. Good advice.
But there's no hope for this place.
Well,
unfortunate.
I don't know. You don't think things are gonna get better one day?
Not with this. Not with our people there. Once our people are fully become fertilizer, a new breed of people will be migrated in. Just like the Native Americans. The Native Americans, some of them did help wipe out them one another. You know, some fought with the French, some fought with the British, some fought with the Yankees, and they helped wipe out themselves. That's what we're doing. It's a choice.
Can't deny that, though. It is. It is.
It's a choice.
Damn.
So.
All right. Good luck to us, right?
Well.
Good luck to us.
It's sometimes just like with Moses, you just got to realize, look, everybody ain't gonna make it. You know, you just got to let it go. Sometimes you have to let the people you love just go. You have to let them go. That's where I am. Because they don't want nothing different. But it's unfortunate.
This the part that get me is that they really don't want anything different. And it's sad to say it, but it is true. They don't want nothing different. As much as we talk and preach and talk about, hey, $25 million worth of chicken back and chicken neck being imported per year, while our chicken farmers aren't. Not one person is going to get up and go protest or say anything about. They'll elect the same Minister of Agriculture right back into office to continue doing the same thing again, and then complain for the rest of years till election time. Because again, that alone shows me that I was really hopeful for the UIC, but I see clearly that the Jamaican people have chosen. It's not that they don't know that it exists. That was the first story, right? What's that SouFLo? We don't know about them. But we realize now that they do know about them. They just don't care. They've decided wholeheartedly to stick to what they know. So that's what it is. And that's what it's going to be. Yeah. At some point, you can't start. At some point, you got to just stop feeling sorry for certain people and cry for them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So sorry to no mean to be somber. But,
It sounds like a funeral.
it is one.
Boy, we
It's an
laugh
ongoing
loud and
funeral.
hard. Yeah, we laugh loud and hard, but it is.
Yeah.
It is. Well, me I gonna laugh to prevent from crying, cause
Yeah.
All right, my friend.
Alrighty. Yeah, pick it up. Pep up everybody now.
I will. I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. She killed the vibes and then tell me about, okay, pep up everybody now. Pick it back up. Pick it up. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, man. We choose our choose here, sir. And my people them good. Because if them love it, I love it even more. The complaint, sometimes it's that one friend. It's that one brethren that we may have where always pick girls with us cheat panima and everything. And we say, brother, you so salt. But every time you pick one, we can tell you what the problem is, Where's the problem? Where's the problem? He's at Trinity today. Where's the problem? Sharon and me again. Where's the problem? I ain't no problem with me. She's the problem. I was saying, no, it's you is the problem. Oh, how is the problem? Well, I tell you how you is the problem 1 million times. You're 54. Your last woman went on you, she was 20. What you doing with that 20-year-old? The girl barely turned 20. You over your wife and shit. Where's the problem? And they won't see what the problem is. They'll just keep choosing the same thing and then crying to you after. So now you get to the point where you see them cry and you're like, we know what the problem is. Me and you both know what the problem is. Take your crying and go on. Yeah? The next one hard in your toe. Okay, that's the problem. You don't want no change. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, hello, good morning. SouFLo, this is Kadian. I sent you an email. I think was it yesterday or day before yesterday?
Pertaining to?
It's not just ship it ja.com.
Oh, didn't I reply to you?
No. Oh, yeah, you replied to me. No, you didn't reply to me.
I didn't. I could have sworn I replied to you.
Oh, you said that you could only do an interview with me, but then I sent another email and you didn't respond. So
I said that I could only do an interview. I will check it out when we're done here.
Okay, all right, no problem.
All right, I appreciate you.
I will continue to watch your live.
All right, thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, heads up. So I'll go check that out later. Yeah, them choose them suffering, so just make them suffer with them suffering, and you just let it and don't feel no emotions after a while. The Jamaican people, them this and them need that, and government need to do this and them need to hold them accountable for that, and the same people that's a sharp and two knife for you. That boy are chatting. I'm chat so much. Yo, I got you want in I'm neck? Yeah. Wait, let me sharpen it some more. Move on, go boy, so far. Chat too much. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing this morning?
Not much. Listen, I'm not going to hear me properly because miraculous the phone stopped work overnight.
No, you're underwater.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, you're not clear.
All right, let me call back. One thing.
All right. Probably need to put it on high definition. I don't know, one of them new phones there. I don't have these new phones, so I don't know what they entail. All the fanciness them come with high definition phone. You're not hearing me? Okay, hold on. You hearing me good now? Crystal clear. If my phone can do all that, me not pay hundreds of dollars feet. Watch out. I take the cheapest Android. Well, a little bit above the cheapest Android, but them work fine, just for me. So anyhow, a couple of things out here that we're going to talk about. I'm waiting for him to call back. I'm going to say something serious when I have nothing to do with joking. Did y'all know that Designer, the rapper named Designer, I could change up the somber mood. The rapper named Designer, right? Y'all don't know him? Somehow you have two holes, now make yourself old. Cause you know, I'm bridge the gap. You feel listen to young people and music sometime, It not gonna hurt you. You will be up to date and current. Mm-hmm. So, Designer just got sentenced in his mid-flight masturbation case And now he'll have to register as a sex offender. Back to the sex offender thing again. I want to tell people something. I saw a video yesterday. This reporter was reporting, and a man came out of nowhere and squeezed her ass cheek and walked away. And the reporter was like, hey, well, first she looked intimidated. So the people corresponding to her back at the main station, they were like, did I just see what I just saw? And they're like, Kerry, are you okay? Hey, John, Kerry was just sexually assaulted right on camera, live. So boom, them get police around the area and everything, right? The same guy come back now. Why is she on the air? So she was like, why did you grab my butt? And he was like, I don't think I grabbed your butt. And she was like, yes, you did. You grabbed my butt. You sexually assaulted me. And then walk away. But before he walked away, he mushed her. Like, mush her like that, I'll walk away, right? The police call him up. Watching that yesterday, because Jamaica news feature it, even though it happened in foreign, I wanted to tell my Jamaican brothers this. Because you know, Jamaican man, them always touchy. It's something I grew up seeing. I'm not like that. But it's something I grew up seeing. Like, hey, come here now. You know, my girl, come here and talk to you now. Come give me a talk now. You know, they do and them reach out and touch and reach out and touch. Some of them come to the US and do it and end up having to register as sex offenders. I can't express to you how damaging having to register as a sex offender is. What you call customs and norms, don't bring it come here with you. Do not bring it come here with you because you're going to get in trouble. Big trouble too. If that woman or that person did not tell you to touch them and you touch them, it's a serious charge. Just for touching. So don't come afar and come talk about, hey, thickness, come here now. Boy, the back to the biggie, man. Yo, my girl, give me a talk now. And hold on for her hand when she pass. Jamaican women, they know this from them little. So you see them when them are grow up bigger now, man, hey, let go for me. And you have to have that kind of something there about you. I remember speaking to Tanisha, a young lady who she was at the University of the West Indies. She came up as a student on the work program, and she was working at my mom's restaurant. And T was like, "You to be a Jamaican girl, you have to have that in a year, you know. Cause them withdraw, you go around corner, you know. And that's just how the culture is. Come here, man. Come give me a talk, man. You said the giddy head girl, them are the one them was soft. Them end up get pull away, physically pull away until them they right a man foot. A man a whisper in them ears. So talk to me, no, man. You go and say like you know hear me I call you. Eh? You go and say like you know hear me I call you. And she did there. But me no want to talk to you. But I'm telling you, some have a boyfriend. Yeah, boyfriend. Where you tell me about boyfriend from? Me ask you about boyfriend. I talk about me and you. Yeah. And very aggressive, abrasive, and that's the culture. But yeah, I tell me about boyfriend from. Me ask you about boyfriend. I talk about me and you, babes. I'll tell you, I want to put you on a back as you know, I say your body fit, you know. Sure know. Why you talk to me like that? I mean, them kind of girl they know. All right, pardon my manners then. Oh, you want me to talk to you? Actually, me not really want you to talk to me. Me I tell you something, I have a boyfriend. Here you go with the boyfriend thing again, my girl. That's easy off a boyfriend thing, man. Me I talk about me and you, man. Yeah. So my phone, I put your number in there. Yeah. And don't put no Burger King number in there neither, you know. Cause I approach you next time and see if you do that, see? All right, give me your phone. And the force shall give out our number, you know. And that slick, sly force shall give out our number. That won't fly in the USA. You do that up here, you'll probably end up in a jail and you will end up getting registered as a sex offender. Keep your hand them to yourself unless that woman say touch me. I tell you right now, just a warning, because enough of we there here, enough more are coming, and some of we forget which part we there when we reach over here. So and we think we still there a yard, so we still act like a yard with it. And then you come here, come catch charges. And you catch one of these charges, it's going to be rough for you because nobody know want to hire you because it's on your record. You can't make a living. You have to go do something else. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, it ain't Jamaica. Back to Designer now. Designer was the rapper who had that one big song back in the day not too long ago. I got broads in Atlanta. Jessica Biel in the Hummer. Him go, kick, yeah. And all them crazy sound or something there. When I heard him first, I was like, might as well put all monkey sound in there. Because him all kind of sound. But him. So this brother was taking an international flight heading back to the US. He was overseas performing. The man pull out him whole tail wheelie and start abuse it, beat it up in front of people on the plane. On a commercial plane. Yeah. So by the time the plane land now, police take him off of the plane. And according to the documents, TMZ says obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, the judge ordered the Panda rapper, because the name of the song was Panda. Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Jessica Biel in the Hummer. Something. They have ordered him for that mid-ear experience. He will now have to register as a sex offender for life going forward. In addition to other conditions of his 2 years of probation he will be on, and he has to participate in some psychiatric evaluation, and he has to do a random drug testing often, and these kind of things. Suit your whole life. Because you couldn't wait. You couldn't go in the bathroom. The airplane a bathroom, you know? You could have gone in the bathroom if you did feel that randy. You could have all over that from England and feeling randy, baby. But you could have gone in the bathroom with that. They wanted in the middle of the aisle and pump it like. Yo, he is also barred from owning or possessing any firearms, and he must perform 120 hours of community service and all that. TMZ Hip Hop broke the story. Designer pled guilty to indecent exposure after he was accused of whipping out the willy in the presence of flight attendants back in April during a flight back from Japan. His excuse was the flight wasn't that crowded anyways. It was just a few people. It was just a few people on here. Now, according to the initial charging documents, he told, and the feds wrote this down, because feds take care of airplane is a federal thing. The feds wrote down what he said and recorded it. He said, man, I just came back from tour. I didn't get enough cootie overseas. Designer had announced earlier that he was going to quit rap forever. It's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this turned out for him. But whipped out the willy on the plane, spanked the monkey, and now you got 2 years of probation and registered as a sex offender for life. When before, you were an international artist that command big checks to perform, flying the world, performing. And now you're turning at this. A registered sex offender. What did you do? I just whipped out my willy on the airplane in front of a lot of people and just started bop me face. Poor thing. There's another story to this though. And I'm not the one that said it. So I'm going to use allegedly all over this. Somebody who was in the industry said that he's known for being a pillhead. Ecstasy is his thing. Allegedly. That's what they say. Ecstasy is his thing. Now, I'm not going to hold y'all too long, but, I kind of know about ecstasy. Let me give you some of my personal life. They gave me a pill one time, right? And this was in the UK. This was in London. They gave me a pill one time, and I was scared to take the pill. So I took the pill, and I cut the pill in two. And then I cut that 2 in 4. So I have 4 pieces. I'm afraid. I took one little piece first, a quarter. Didn't feel anything. I said, okay. Cause my thing is, me don't want to go foreign, go try foreign drugs and mad out. And next thing, me the back of Jamaica walk barefoot and eat out a garbage can. And everybody else say, look on him. Them boy, they get them opportunity and squander it, you know. You know, some could have been somebody. The youth they used to brilliant when him did younger, you know. Watch him now. With me tear out body pants and me barefoot and me name out of people garbage can cause foreign drugs send me crazy. Go embarrass me people them. That was always in the back of my mind. So the whole I'm afraid, the people around me was like, just pop it, just pop the pill. I'm like, cut in a 4. One little piece first, didn't feel nothing. We went out to a club. Next little piece, no, a half. I'm in half. Probably about 30 minutes after. Next little half. Boom. That's kicking. I just find myself in the middle of the people them dance floor, just a dance like at 100 miles per hour. I don't even know if I was dancing to the song that was playing, but I know that I was just dancing like 100 miles per hour dancing. And it was one of those clubs where they have these clubs in the UK where you know that almost everybody in there is on it, right? And you see a girl over in a one corner with one of the steel beam them when I dance floor, and she's like tonguing down the steel beam and I'm gonna lick it, and she rub up herself. So me over there do me one of them music that doom 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 doom, and you want to see me in there doom 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 doom, and I can't stop. And I seen people drink drink holy water, and them can't slow down. And the people that they're with, I pour the water upon them. Then me start get paro on me. I said, Jesus Christ, I'll kill myself because I can't stop. But it feels so good. It feels good. It feels so good. One of the side effects of that damn pill is you feel like anything could get it. If a tire roll off a car, me run it down and try shove me willy in the hole as it's rolling. Me don't know. It does make you feel like, say, everything is loving. All when you touch up yourself, so you'll be like, ooh, that touch feels so good. Like, ooh, it's like sensation in like, ooh, oh. That's why people pan them pill there. Holy para sex with strange people and all kind of something. Cause stranger come over and touch up on one of them pill there and them go look good. You're no problem. Yeah. You want to? Come on, let's do it. All the girls. Fathers, be there for your daughters. I'm telling you right now. Be there for your daughters. I seen this pill in action. I seen it down in Miami in action. One gal, Memorial Day weekend, skin out on the sidewalk in front of everybody. About 7 man, wheelie all out. Everybody, them Miami boys don't care either. Everybody got their wheelie out. They don't care if you're looking. And she doing our foot them, everything I work. Right? One over here, one over there, one up here, 2 around there, so 1 around here, and she's just in the mix. She's in the mix. Them have her in the mix. And it's that pill. It's that pill. And I know you might say a pill can do that to you. It can. So when you hear them talk about ecstasy and all these things, them thing there is dangerous. But the word is that this is designer's favorite drug. So it's no wonder he was caught on the airplane, whipping out the willy in front of everybody, slapping the salami, choking the chicken, doing what them thing that we used to say when we were growing up. Everybody used to say, oh, yeah, jerk off, yeah, bucket fist. Now, whipping out the willy, choking the slapping the salami, choking the chicken, and that's it for him. Registered sex offender for life. Damn. He ain't too happy about that now. I don't know if y'all remember who designer is, but y'all can go look him up, right? King Big said, my cousin pop a pill and the same thing the youth just start dance and couldn't stop. But I tell you, any music that you're around, I have one next bad experience with it. I'm telling y'all, man, I think I was doing it so I can vouch for it, so I can actually tell you the truth. I know sometimes people tell you, oh, stay away from this, it's so bad, but you're like, how you know? Me know, me just think say bad. Yeah, no, I can't tell you say bad. Can't tell you say bad. One time I'm in a club. This is in Germany now. I'm in a club, and I was supposed to be doing this type of stuff. You know what I mean? But again, let me edit this information and just go yes, sir. Boom. I'm in a club, right? And same thing me do again, cause I'm afraid still. So then give me one. I'm gonna split it 4, half, half. This time ain't feel nothing. 3/4 didn't feel nothing. Whole pill in about the space of an hour. And it kicked in out of nowhere. Bang! As soon as that thing kicked in, a fight broke out in the club. And when the fight broke out, me don't know what come over me. But I started feeling like, you know when you feel like every hair upon your body raise up? Me feel like that, but I felt like the hair I didn't have on my head was standing out like 10 feet this way. I hear me and people in club now. I'll bark me, I start bark like me a dog, you know. Yeah, it was the people that I was with good friends. The good friends I was with took me out. Because first they were like, yo, he going through it. And they was trying to tell me like, calm down, breathe. Stop looking at the fight. I'm talking about a big fight, one whole section of the club, bakla, fling, everything. I'm on the other side though. But I felt like it was coming to me and I had to fight. I mean, they're far from it, because it's a huge club. I'm gonna start going now. Don't take them something they hear. If you're around good vibes and good people, you might get the want somebody touch your car. Your touch alone is like, ooh. You can almost orgasm without doing nothing. Just touch yourself on. I'm not talking about touch yourself on your arm, not down there. So when somebody touch you now, is but anything bad happening in your environment, or if you're around the wrong people, you just take in all of that. And no, that's why some people do it, and then they end up tripping forever. He took that pill in 2021. It's 2023. He's still tripping. Yep, never took another pill. Just gone. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Good morning. Hello? No? All right. Your name want to talk to me this morning. Okay. But yes, stay away from drugs, kids. Not good for you. We are big man now, you know. But when time we are picnic with it kind of while, you know, and we want to see the world and experience certain things, so we can have something to tell we grand picnic them about, and then we clean up we hacks later and fix up myself back. Thank God, so me get to fix up myself back. Because some people, they fix up themselves back because they can't. I have a cousin in Brooklyn. My cousin in Brooklyn, I don't know who him go burn weed with. This wasn't no ecstasy, but them put something in weed. And it's a big youth, 6 foot change and big. His sister was in the house. His mom is a registered nurse. His sister was in the house, right? And she said, him come in, our brother came in, and like him keep on, I said, like him would have said, hold on there. Like him would have said, TMZ Sports, brr, TMZ Sports, brr, TMZ Sports, brr, TMZ Sports, brr, And she said about the 50th time him do it, because first she see him do it, she walk past him, you know, she go get her food in the kitchen, she come back, she sit down, she watch TV, him just stand up there still. Him not sitting down or nothing, him just stand up in the middle of the living room. TMZ Sports, brr, TMZ Sports, brr, She said about the 50th time he did that, she start feel afraid. So she start calling by him name, and he's not responding. TMZ Sport, brr, That's all she get out of him. So she said she run go lock herself in one of the room them, because he's big, and his sister was skinny and little. She run, lock herself in one of the rooms, and call her mom at work. And her mother, being an RN, her mother kind of recognized our, she immediately called the right set of people. My cousin said the people them speed up the stairs like SWAT team a come, boom bam, and in the apartment, and they got him, and then them carry him where straight jacket. Them have to put him in one of these. Hug up yourself. TMZ Sport. Brr, ah. TMZ Sport. Brr, ah. That's why I don't do drugs. Cause and me, I watch my drinks. Me buy it. Me drink it. It stay right with me. If me left it and go away, me no want it again. Them kind of something there. I got caught like that in the UK. I was around a set of people who kept trying to tell me, yo, take some of this. Come on, mate. It's good. One of the boy them, him just outright do coke. I mean, me never gonna do no coke. He used to just chop that up on the table and line, and you see like 7 lines. And him just, come on, son. Go on, mate. You're right. Don't be scared. I'm like, no, hear what, brethren. I see people mad out. I was like, hear what, brethren. I see people mad out already. Yeah. And then walk road and, name out a garbage can and them something there. So me not try that. He was like, nothing like that, mate. Next line again. And I said, no, can't they run them people out? Then they broke out some pills. He was like, all right, you don't want to try that. Try this. It's mellow. I said, me not try nothing for no cokehead. Because me don't know what, right? Young and dumb. Remember, I know, as soon as I hit 18 years old, I flew out of the US. I went to the UK. Never been away from home before like that. So I'm out here in the world on my own trying to figure stuff out, right? I want to be adventurous. I want different cultures and learn and travel. And this is the vision I had for my life and thing. End up on some blouse and skirt, coke pie, and some hippie. Anyhow, all night, they kept trying to get me to take something and I wouldn't take it. I ordered a drink, a rum and coke, me order. And stupid me tell the big, long white girl what we did there with say, you could bring me one too. But up on the dance floor, doonch, 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 doonch. She bring me my drink. I took it. I'm in good company. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun. I took about 4 sips out of that drink there. Kick right in, whatever that was. Like everything stopped, slow motion. I put on the drink, staggered over to the bar, put the drink down, head to the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom, pan a public toilet with my chest on my face, pan the people them dirty shitty toilet. I beg and I pray to God, God, please save me. I may try vomit and nothing now come up. Nothing is coming up. I may say, yo, I go dead. I saw them all find you, youth. Cause anytime I get in that trouble, my Jamaican accent kicks in loud in my head, right? I saw them all find you, youth. In a public toilet in England, people piss and doodle all over the place. Look upon you. I mean, I try get up off the floor, and I couldn't get up off the floor, And when I tell us that I start pray, yo, that's what I'm saying, People, some people talk about prize don't work or whatever. Yeah, man, believe kill and believe cure. That rotted cure me that night because all when the club done and clear out and everybody gone, meeting at the bathroom still. They shut down, it was a pub. They shut the pub down and the people I came with knew the owner of the pub and I didn't know. So when them come find me in the bathroom now, them a beat down the stall, them open stall, look, my stall lock. Beat down the stall. I remember me there on down the toilet and me look down around and me see the cokehead boy face looking under like this. He was like, you all right, mate? I'm like, yeah. So, tell me to open the door and something, reach up and open the door and him come in and him call somebody else and them stand me up and carry me go out there, sit down out there. I didn't feel like myself for about 2-3 weeks or so. Me I talk about me I move slow. If I catch myself, so me I move slow. I say, oh shit. I start move normal again. Me I move slow again. If I catch myself, start. And that last about 3 weeks. My cousin now, back to him. When his sister called him mother, I hadn't seen him. They had him locked up for a couple of weeks. I go to one grocery store in Brooklyn there and go pick up some grocery and saw him outside standing right where they put all the carts back. And my cousin just stand up there, so both hands up here like this. And it was winter time. And he have on one white t-shirt, sweatpants. And he stand up so. And the man is not blinking. He's not saying nothing. So when I first see him, I said, damn, that look like, cause him look totally different, right? Him blow up. Whatever they gave him in there where they had him, he blew up. But me I said that look like him, but I know, and my cousin never told me if he came home or not. So me now look for him out there. So when me go up to him and I'm trying to talk to him, this is my family member that's supposed to recognize me as cousin. Me I fan me hand in front of him man face. So I think he blinked about once every 60 seconds. Thus, so I call his family, his calling sister, and I say, yo, I need to come get him because if this is how him stay, he can't be outside like this. People will hurt him, right? Things will happen to him. And she was like, no, him walk good. He just walked good, left the house and went down there. I don't know what he on. I said, man, somebody come get him. Somebody come get him, cause, you know. Here what? Message of the day is this. Stay away from anything will make you whip out your wheelie or throw one leg back of your ears and start scritchy in public. Stay away from anything that make you start feeling like you could give it to anything and anything could get it. Stay away from anything. Some people die off this drug. Like you start dancing and you can't stop. I've seen people in the UK dance till them pass out. Even one time them dip on the floor, like them drop budoof, them dip on the floor, them still a dance. On the floor. And can't stop. Can't stop. And their hearts beating out their chest. Yo. One time that same cousin we left on a park bench. Boy, I mean, I tell you, Brooklyn, man. I had some experiences in Brooklyn too. Which other one we gotta talk about this morning though? So shout out to designer. You got yourself in stuff you gotta get yourself out of. Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez went to court yesterday. You know, Tory Lanez, dance, bitch, dance, bah. Shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, according to what was said in court and according to Megan Thee Stallion's testimony. Yeah, Tory Lanez went to court yesterday. He was hoping that he would be released on bail pending him appealing his case. I could have told you that wasn't going to happen because you're a black man that used a gun and shot somebody with it. And the same person you shot came to court and pointed you out and said, he shot me. Do you see him in the courtroom? The guy that said, yes, he's right there. Do you recognize him? Yes. What do you call him, Tory? Did you ever have sexual relations? No, we didn't. Yes, we did. I don't know. Why are y'all asking me that? That's what happened. That's what happened. I'm surprised to see a lot of people still support Tory Lanez and still say that he's innocent and the system is just fighting down a black man. Here's my thing. If Tory was actually innocent, why Tory didn't take the stand for himself? Why didn't he take the stand for himself? I would have took the stand for myself and say, listen, I'm not an attorney. I don't want to incriminate myself, but I don't want to be caught up in this right here. And then I go down without saying my piece. So since everybody is painting me to be the villain, let me tell you what really happened, Your Honor, and say your piece. Don't wait till they give you 10 years and then you behind bars talking about somebody set me up. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, can you hear me, SouFLo?
Barely.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can't hear you, but barely. Go on, talk. Let me see if we can work with it.
Oh yeah. So, what do you want to talk about the tourism situation?
Yeah, can't hear you, my brother.
All right.
Damn. Are your phone? The brother that always brings something good when him call to him, man. We can't hear him. Tory Lanez will remain in prison pending an appeal after a Los Angeles court judge denied his motion for a bond on Thursday. The woman who actually goes to court, her name is Megan Cuniff, and they're making a big deal out of it now that Megan, when the judge denied his motion for bail, when he was leaving, I think they said that he called Megan Cuniff, when call her? Oh, googly-eyed bitch. Yo, googly-eyed ass bitch. But she said she didn't hear it. She don't know. She hoped they have it on record in the courtroom, but she didn't hear it. I guess that was his last fight. I'll have you know, Tory Lanez fans, that he was being held in a jail, not a prison. He was being held in a jail. Did a video on my other channel, Hot Topics TV, which is Brainflow TV. Did a video on that channel about what's going on with him while he's locked up, where he's locked up at, and what will happen next. What will happen next is he will now, because the judge says no. So now he will be transferred to a prison. They haven't picked the prison yet that he's going to be transferred to, but he will be transferred to a prison to do his time now. Jail and prison, two different things, right? I've heard some people say jail is horrible. Just send me to prison. And I've heard some people say, man, prison was rough. The jail was better. Me no know. I haven't done time in any of them, so I wouldn't know. And I prefer not to go into any of them, so I'm not shooting anybody in the feet for no reason. Dance, bitch, dance. Bah! Yeah. Megan Cuniff was the person at the hearing in person. She said it was handed down by David Judge Harrowford. Not that it matters to us. Who last month sentenced Tory to 10 years in prison. So he went back before the same judge. After the judge gave you 10 years in prison last month, you come back today for bail. Man, listen, whoever cares about Tory, please tell him this. Your attorney don't care about you, bro. He could at least wait. He could have at least waited. But you know, he collecting that money. That's why he keep blowing smoke up his ass, keep telling this man that it's possible, we could work it, we could get you out on bail. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And worse, Megan wrote a letter to the judge at his sentencing and didn't show up in person. And her letter went along the lines of, not these exact words, but I can't be in the same room. I can't bear to be in the same room as him. Terrified. He shot me. And he's not remorseful. Leniency, Your Honor, is for people who have remorse. He has shown absolutely no remorse. From paying bloggers and vloggers to drag my name through the mud, assassinating my character, telling lies outright on me, conjuring up the narrative that I wasn't shot and I was faking it when I was actually trying to save him. You know, she went in. And when the judge takes that into consideration, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They also said that he got married after his sentencing. He got married behind bars. His longtime girlfriend is now referred to as his wife. Why these men always do this? Why didn't call me first? If I get 10 years in prison, you think I'm going to tell Shakira about wait for me, babe? See if I look or something till me come back. I mean, nobody touch it up. 10 years? Not saying that there aren't women out there that do hold it down for 10 years, but chances are slim. You done left the mansion. You left the Rolls Royce and the Bentley and the other Maserati and the this and the that in the driveway. You know, you done left all this and a bank account full of money, and you say hold that down for 10 years. I hope she's like Gucci Man's wife. Gucci Man's wife, I don't remember her name right now, but She turned Gucci in a straight Jamaican. Because he messed around and got a real winner. But I know every woman stays so. Some woman, you left them $1 million when you come back. That broke. House sold. Remarried. Have a stepfather for your children, them. And look you dead in the eyes and say, I didn't tell you to do what you did. You made those choices. Yeah, meet Benji. The kids them call him daddy, and they've been calling him daddy for the last 8 years. So this is the daddy they know. Yeah. So Keisha Shanam, I know Keisha Shanam. Or something Keisha. Me no remember. But she changed that man's whole life. That man left a little something when he was getting locked up and he came back home to a whole lot. She kept him hot. She made sure when he came home, he was the man. That boy went in fat, overweight, borderline diabetic, severely obese. Belly looked like he was about 10 months pregnant. Yeah, I said 10 months pregnant. Go look up the old Gucci man. Look up Gucci man before losing weight. And then a Jamaican woman catch him. A good one. The man come out and turn 6-pack in him belly, brother. 6-pack, you know. Not even said the man slim down. The man slim down and muscle up. And them in the house, I shall teach him for jerk chicken and take off the skin and eat this way. And your fruits and vegetables and juicing. And how much time him got Jamaica since then? Sometimes he's in Jamaica walking around with one, one of them hats, red, gold, and green, that have the Rasta here attached to the hat. Sometimes him go down there, go put on one of them there and just walk around with regular people there. One of the times he got recognized though, because him go get some patty at a store, some beef patty. But the man turned proper yard man. But it's how she doubled his net worth. You know what I mean? His income was crazy when he got out. He was buzzing when he got out. Because of her. Because of her. So I don't know if Tory girl who he never acknowledged before he got incarcerated and then judge give you 10 years in a prison and you turn her in a wife. These women can be very vindictive, my friend. Very vindictive. This is the perfect time now for her to be like, yep. So all them times when I was calling you and I said, I got a feeling you sleeping with Megan and you told me nothing like that. I'm in Hollywood, babe. I'm a star. I got stars around me. I can't handle it if you're being insecure. I need a secure woman, making that woman feel like she was the one that was out our mind space and you never did that, do nothing. She might get her lick back right now. She might be like, yeah, marry for sure. Hi, I do. Put the ring on it. Yeah, make sure it's like 10 carat. If anything happens, pawn should at least give me about 10 grand for it. Yeah, big heavy ring. Everything is, my name is on stuff too. I'm not marrying you, Tory, if my name is not on stuff too. I waited too long and I've been through too much. Name upon everything too. Yo, I could have told Tory that, man. Save that marriage thing till you get out, bro. You're going to do some years. If she's there after the years, then she's worth marrying. You don't marry her while you're going to go do years. Somebody else are going to be fixing up that engine for you till you get home. Our next mechanic is going to be servicing that engine for you until you get home. That's just how the thing goes. But if you can live with that, then live with it. But he'll be heading off to prison next. And they said that Tory is not housed where regular prisoners are housed because he is a liability and high risk. So he's pretty much going to be doing a lot of his time in something like solitary confinement, which could take a toll on the mind. Well, I wish him all the best with that. We talked about this man here already and his bail application, Noel Maitland. Shout out to Donnelly Donaldson's family. I hope they find her remains at least, so their family can have closure. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, SouFLo, morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Good, good. So, you know, say man, no probably I'll try marry the woman so he can get conjugal visit.
So you can get some conjugal visit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but that could be true. But may I say, conjugal visit is organized, and booked and once in a while kind of thing. But
yeah, but it better nothing. A 10-year more doing no good at that time do that.
It more end up
Can't
about,
really control the narrative.
yeah, it more end up about 7, I think, out of the 10. Time,
which is right.
Yeah. But she they are road 24/7.
Of course she will do what she have to do. Come on, slow. We know that. But the man just look like maybe the man just try to secure
a little
visitor. So me don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Ooh, that would be wise. That would be wise. That would be wise.
They are already not going to them a second.
Yeah, that would be wise. I mean, you have a point. Cause once a month better than never at all, not true?
Which is right.
For a wife, you can't wash it and carry it, come give it. Don't even bother wash it. Cause me I do rough time. Can't come dirty. Me I do rough time. I'll deal with it.
All right.
Manners. Manners.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Yeah, which is right. Hey, if they do conjugal visits and that's the case, then hey man, that's a smart move. That's a smart move. And if she down for it, which she'll probably be down for it, because that's actually his son's mother. So it's not like them a stranger and him just married some loose girl. He's been with this woman. She's just not on front page. He never put her on front page, and I don't know if she wanted to be on front page, because some of these women don't want to be on front page. Some women know what you're doing, and them shame, So every time you're like, come on, baby, let's take some pictures and post them together, she's like, no. Like, why you don't want to post no picture with me? Because you're a serial cheater, and I don't want you to post me and everybody be laughing at me, and now they know who I am, so where they see me, they can laugh harder. Yeah, King Big saying organize some monthly front. Why? It rough enough. It rough. I can't see myself going no 8 years without. No. This ain't gonna be enough. You start questioning life. Why am I do that day they do? Damn it, man. You know what I honestly think happened in Tory Lanez case? I think all of them were on drugs. Yeah. Cause I know weed alone them though. Why you think I was talking earlier about the pills and all this? I know weed alone them though. When you wealthy, not wealthy, but when you rich like that, young, your life moving fast like that, remember, they're coming from the Hollywood Hills from a pool party at Kylie Jenner's house. You have arrived. You're rubbing elbows with the who's of who's and what's of what's in the entertainment industry. Influential people. You have money. Not a problem. I don't know. 2 lines of coke, couple of ecstasy pills. I don't know. That some of them that they slap Vienna and shoot needle, and then mixed with alcohol and everything. I think Tory was so out of his mind that night that he didn't even understand what the hell he did. Honestly, because there's a phone call that he made to her best friend the next morning, and she recorded the whole phone call. Again, I did a video on it. It's on my other channel, and I played out the whole phone call. And in the phone call, you could hear Tory saying, man, damn, man, I'm sorry. Now he's saying, I wasn't saying I'm sorry because I did something wrong. I was saying I'm sorry because I let down my family. I was saying I'm sorry because blah, blah, blah. But I'm not saying I'm sorry because I did anything wrong, because I didn't shoot her. But in the phone call, it sounded like he was apologizing just for that. But there was one part where he said like he had like 5 shots at the door. He was like, man, I was already messed up by when I got to that party. And I had 5 shots at the door. 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shots at the door. You know, I used to go to parties like these in the UK. I used to go to parties like these. One thing about England people, you know, when it comes, I don't know if they still roll like that, but them house parties, oh my God. One thing about them know how to get together. And everybody bring a bottle and who not bring one, bring two. That's where I discovered this one drink called Drambuie. The Drambuie drink, it has like 3 separate colors after they mix it, and you light the drink a fire, and then you like stifle the fire and then knock it back on some. Whoo! Anyhow, boy, I don't know. Then SouFLo, I would leave that relationship. Remember, I know I was a picnic. So you hear me I talk about things. I was 18 years old. Yeah, picnic. Cause right now me have a son where past 18. So this is way back. Okay? You know, and nobody feel like I saw SouFLo live now. Nah, I'm far removed from all these things. I just have these experiences I could draw back from. Right? But yeah, Tory said he was so out of it that he doesn't even remember what took place. And I think that's where his lawyers should have went in court. Instead of trying to prove that he didn't do it when so much evidence said that he did, they should have actually said he did do it with great regret. But the whole of them did hide, Your Honor. And then I would point my finger at everybody else. Give him a drug test. She was snorting coke. He was popping pills. They were all doing alcohol. A lot of it. They were drinking the Hennessy straight. No. And did a reckless thing in the heat of young, a lot of money, out, excited, having fun, made a grave mistake. Yes, he could have killed her, but my point is he did not do it from a clear mind space, and he did not do it intentionally. That's what his lawyer should have said. Instead, I go up there and talk about my client didn't do that. My client didn't do that. Oh my God. Well, Tory's off to prison to do his time. I see a lot of people still supporting him, saying that he's innocent, including a lot of entertainers. They must know something with me, no know. So I'll stay tuned. This is what we're going to talk about this morning. I wanted to feature my favorite comedian, No, up to the time. But before we do it, let's just run through this story right quick. Y'all know Jada Kingdom, right? Dancehall princess Jada Kingdom. Heavy Jada Kingdom. Big body Jada Kingdom. Little yes Jada Kingdom. That girl. Yeah. If you ask me one of Jada Kingdom song, I can't sing it. And that's not to say I don't listen to her music, but I don't listen to her music like that to where it's internalized. I don't know. I've been turned off by female artists because everybody is clapping ass cheeks and they look more like strippers than singers, kind of thing. Even though I did see Jada perform fully clothed the other day with Wyclef Jean at the Caribbean Music Awards, the first staging of the Caribbean Music Awards, which was huge, by the way. And it was in New York. And Jada performed with all our clothes on. And I said to myself, Jada, need to give us more of this because I thoroughly and completely paid attention. And then I realized that I've realized now for a long time that she's actually really talented as well. But seeing her like that with all her clothes on and actually her voice just speaking for itself, I say, yes, that. But if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And me not try to feed nobody if them stop doing them, I do that to get paid. So let me not knock too hard what they're doing either. With that said, Jada Kingdom and Pardison Fontain. Party? Jada Kingdom are not addressing the dating rumors, but they don't seem to mind the public seeing seeing them together. This is Urban Islands. The pair were seen posted up on Sunday in new photos that were shared to her Instagram account. In one photo, Jada stands and poses in front of an open vehicle. The camera is focused on her while the background is blurred, perhaps intentionally to hide Pardison Fontain, who is seen wearing a yellow outfit as he sits in the back seat and hangs out the door. He's clearly posed for the picture as his hand forms a gesture, but she hid him. Jada Kingdom also shared a video of herself getting fitted in New York or by New York-based Guyanese fashion designer, big up my Guyanese people, Paul T and stylist Annie Hovhannissian. I'm only going to say that name once. Take it however you heard it. Post shared by the stylist suggested that let me do them some honor because this is a New York-based Guyanese fashion designer, Paul T, and stylist Annie Hovhan Hovhan Isyan Hissian Hovhannissian. I tried. Post shared by the stylist suggested that Jada made an appearance at the New York Fashion Week, which she did. The Jamaican body also appeared happy as she is. I mean, there are pictures here of her and him, right? Here's my thing. One picture there, I saw him squeeze up her left titty. The next picture is she's posing in front of the car and he's staring lustily at her boom boom bumper and all these things. But Pardison Fontain was just with Megan Thee Stallion. Him and Megan Thee Stallion, I think they broke up during the Tory Lanez trial. I don't know how I feel about this. And then it was rumored that she was with Burna Boy recently. But I don't think her and Burna Boy actually had a committed kind of relationship. Burna Boy is that $100 million ninja, right? $100 million African giant. So I don't know. Maybe he just wanted some Jamaican flavor and he wanted one that was top tier in the industry and he went for Jada. That's what it seems like to me. On Tuesday, artist popped a cryptic message with a large laughing emoji on his Instagram story, which many believe is him addressing Jada Kingdom's new relationship. Quote unquote, all I can say is, City Boys is up, he wrote. Referring to a popular American slang, City Boys up, which means that the men are winning when he is living his best life and chasing a bag while not letting a woman hold him back. City Boys up. As the pictures came out with Pardison Fontain and Jada, Burna Boy drops City Boys up. Hey, if she like it, I love it for her. I'm just saying. You know, Shensia is with or was with her. I don't know them personally like that. But the whole of them come over here come get some foreign man where in the industry that have pretty much been passed around. Like they've been with a couple of American artists in the industry, and now them switch out to the new fresh meat, which are the Jamaican girls coming in, kind of thing. That's how I see it. But hey, end of the day, right? This is the story. Some, because I see a lot of comments that say should I use our front to get ahead, and I say to myself, which I'm gonna say to you now, it better she use our front to get ahead than use it and don't get nothing. Because there's a whole heap of people use them front and never get nothing. That's why them bitter. So lesson of the day is if you're going to use your front, use it and get something, get ahead. Yeah, get ahead. And we're not talking about that head, but move forward. So if the front can move you forward, why not? Why not? Hey, more power to her. Pardison Fontain is heavy in the industry. So is the person London on the track that, you know, Shensia was messing with. These guys have the capability to put them in circles that they probably couldn't access before. You know what I'm saying? And then from that, collaborations could happen that probably wouldn't happen before. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's Lamborghini and $1 million lifestyle, man. More power to them. I ain't gonna say too much about nothing more about that. But he feels some kind of way. I see that the Jamaican men are salty. Cause them I say, that's a shagan. Go give it to some Yankee boy. It's a Jamaican fiangle that no dog. I think I think them want to try new things now, my friend. The Jamaican now do it again. We're played out. She want a foreigner. She want a Yankee boy. Take some American flavor. That's a go on. I'm gonna end this morning, right, with my favorite comedian right now. And I want you to do me a favor. When we done this, I want you to go over to Instagram and I want you to go follow him if you don't follow him already. See? I don't want to get a copyright infringement, so I'm not going to play that one. But this. When you ask your... No, I'm not play that one there. I have...
Tommy! Yes, mommy?
Children
Stop
have no
watching TV and come for
filter.
your dinner. Jada, you want some?
You don't want none.
Betsy, you ever hungry? Mommy, you don't want none.
My mother said me not to eat from you.
What you? Your mother say nothing from me? You too lie.
And she said you have rat and roach in your house and she wonder how they not drag you away yet.
Me rock a foot. But Jesus, kiss me neck back.
Talk about kiss. She said if you stop kissing people and pick me at daytime when you pass your yard.
So tell me why she said that now.
She said you suck too much food.
But you
God
come
almighty.
down. You your mother for boy. And don't come back over here, hear that?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Jesus, kiss me like back. Kids have no filter. Talk about kiss. She say you fit up kiss the people and picnic them at daytime when them pass your yard. Yo, that boy, I don't know where he get the filter from or how them do it or whatever, but let me tell you something, laugh at daytime, yo. That youth, yo. You know what? I would take this copyright infringement because I have to show you this. Frig that. Here, this is how we going out of here this morning. We celebrating one of our funniest, right? I'm going to tell you that, brother, you're funny. That's how we are leave this morning. Here. I have to do it. See, all right, boom. Let me get to ready?
Come to daddy for the sugar. You know, say me have something for do you. Pan tap a blue mountain, me go put you. You think daddy did soft like powder? Hey girl, come to daddy for the flex. You want money, me want. Hey! Just come out of your cheap garments. I mean we pay about 3 months rent. Here, bro, pay a light bill, pay. Hey, miss, step right this way. Spread the out for a night till day. The main boss got the pipe till here. Me have enough, just ask me for some. You know see the heel for your son clocks. I go down, me we buy back one. Just ask me no hun, be a taxi pick you up. You know what put a ground. You know see a dirty man now work. No me you call when chicken one jerk. No me you call a little sweet starburst. Make sure no draws no beneath that skirt. You know what can I do? Treat me good and me pocket on the best attitude. Since me in your life, your stress have reduced and your fridge full of food. Tell it true, tell it true. Hey girl, come to daddy for the. You understand what I say, my boy? You have to make it enticing. Stress apart of you buy shoes for your youth. Oh, you mean me buy shoes, me buy uniform, bag, book, pencil, pen, and school fee for your boy. I never tell a lie.
Yo, listen. Y'all go follow Negus, man. Negus_Imara2. Let me type in him in for you. So go over IG, cause that's just the beginning, right? Hear me. Negus_ where underscore there? Oh no, where underscore there. But underscore, me can't find it. See it now. _IMAR. This one is called Sugar Daddy Anthem. See it? Underscore Imara, IMARA 2 on IG. See me. That link right there. Go follow that brother here. Tell him to SouFLoTV send you. Big up to yourself, Negus. You keep me laughing till my belly hot me sometime. See? And that's it for us. It's past the hour. It's Friday. Go out there and have yourself a wonderful weekend. Get some sunshine in your skin. Surround yourself with people that love you, people that respect you. And if you don't have those things around you, then it's okay to be alone. Fill up your bathtub. I don't know, play with yourself like design up on the plane. Don't do it in front of strangers. And, get to know you or touch up and love up yourself like you take to ecstasy pill or something like that. But don't take no drugs. All right? And enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. All right. We'll catch up sometime soon. We're going live this weekend. Keep your notification on. And this one, I will leave the chat open. The chat is not open this morning. I'm trying to encourage people to get your name in green so you can enjoy some. You can give you every day of the week free. Because these people in green, that's their kick. That's their thing. All right. God go with you. Walk good. I'm out. Peace.